Hello, 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 hello.
Hi.
Hey everybody. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna hit my little logo too. I guess I should play it. What the hell? Here we go. Bum,
Yeah,
bum,
you
bum,
got them
bum.
all back.
Say again.
I said you got them all back for intros.
Yes. Yep. 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 Hey everybody. Good to see everybody popping in. Hope all is well with everybody.
All right. Oh, lots of people are in the chat. Hey, Miss Linda. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Kay. Hey, Bonnie.
Who else did I missing here? Let's see. I think I got them all caught up. We'll have to see. We don't know. Are your chats rolling? Because mine stopped. Oh, they go. They
Oh,
just started.
yeah, January. Kay just came through.
Yeah, they just stopped and then is now back. Okay, good, 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 good. So, Miss Angie, how are you doing tonight?
I am hanging in there. My energy was low, and I thought, like, wow, what did I eat that immediately made me so tired? But again, I worked last night, so that's probably what made me so tired. Then I went for my walk, and I don't know how you guys are getting this water in, but it is a struggle. I am trying my hardest to stuff. I feel like I'm trying to stuff um, sausage into the casing. Like I just cannot get this water down at all. It is just not my best friend.
Not today, not today. The ice used to do it
I
though.
just am not. And I keep saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do like," because they have this one. I remember this one thing that said, "Just drink 8 ounces every hour." Like while you're at work, you drink 1 cup every hour. You'll get your 8 cups in one day. It ain't happening.
And so
It's
you're drinking one every hour.
I'm not doing any. No, I'm not doing it at all. This is probably the first one, maybe the second one per day. The whole water bottle. I just am not doing a very good job.
Yeah, at one point I thought if I did that, I feel like I'd be floating.
And everybody says like, oh, well, you'll get used to it. Like your body will regulate and all that water. The body regulates, but my throat is not regulating. My throat is like, do not keep sending this water down here. We just are not having a good time with it at all. Just don't do it. So I just don't know what to do.
Yeah, well, I have no advice for you because water. If I like water enough, but not for a lot of it, and then once I have too much, I start feeling nauseous. Even when I start drinking it, I have to put like some lemon in it or something.
I know. Oh, you know what? I do have lemon packets that are so far away, but I have all of that lemon. I have the little honey because sometimes I'll make me like hot lemon water and put a little bit of honey in it and just drink it because I don't necessarily want tea all the time, or I don't necessarily want coffee. And so sometimes I'll just do that because I just need the warmth because I'm always cold, and I'll just try to do something else for to get the warmth and not the tea. But
Hmm.
woo! Hi, pretty unique. Hi, Pam Matthews Murphy. Hi, Kayla Stephanie. You feel like you're the only one watching on Facebook? You may be. It takes a minute sometimes for people to pile on. But I see a couple other people that are on my channel, Kayla, with you. So there's a few of us in there. And again, we are an hour off schedule.
That's our job to keep you guessing.
Oh, I hope you feel better, Miss Bonnie, and we'll send you some healing energy for that headache. You may need some water.
There you go. Oh my goodness. Um,
So how's everything else going, Don?
well, it was
How's
interesting.
the book?
The book I've been working for the last 2 days heavy on the book. My spouse is going to take it to Puerto Rico on his vacation, and he said he would read it on the plane. So he said get it printed out. So I'm tweaking the last few things, and then I had to rewrite a whole chapter, and then I had to edit part of another chapter because I read it and I'm like the intro is not flowing enough. I need to flow, and so and then I rewrote an entire other chapter, and then I do want to do one other addition to it, and that is a step-by-step. I explain how to do the affirmations, but I'm thinking about putting a chapter that's step-by-step and kind of a workbook thing. But then again, part of it,
People love it. People love it. Oh, somebody in our live last week said, "Oh, let's all get the book and then let's talk about it in a session." I said, "Oh, I thought that would be great. Like to take everybody's book and break it down into maybe a couple weeks of just sessions with us and be like, oh, well, if you had any questions about whatever the book was or whatever was in there, and then, you just have this session with us and we tell you, oh, no, well, this is what we meant, or yes, this is what we meant, or this is an example of how to do it. Because sometimes you read stuff and you're just like, what? I don't know what that means. Or how to do that. And then we just kind of give them that information about whatever or whatever it is that they're asking about.
That's not a bad idea, because it gives you a chance to actually read it first, get a feeling for how you interpreted or how you received it, because sometimes that's more important you receive it, and not so much how it's intended, because when you receive it, sometimes it's meant for you that way,
Yeah.
which is kind of nice.
There was one other thing I was going to, no, what was I going to say? Oh, when I was at the airport of Utah, kind of, it was kind of complicated, but it was kind of a good thing. So I went through TSA, and I haven't changed my ID since I moved here in 2008. And you know how they make you put your ID through the little machine and then it's supposed to match your face up? Well, my face is so much smaller than it was because I've lost 100 pounds since I've been here or so. It wouldn't match. It kept saying no match, no match. And so they put me through it 3, 4 times. And then they finally brought a supervisor over and he said, "Can you smile real big like you did on your picture so your cheeks go up like that?" And I was like, that's an incentive to go and get a new ID because I don't look well. I'm having this issue now. It was the first time I ever had that issue. And so I thought it was a nuisance, but it was just like, okay, I guess it could have been the other way. I could have been real skinny on there. And then now my face is so big. They're like, that's not you. So I was happy about that. But I got the royal treatment there. Like, first they made me do that 4 times. And called this guy up. Then when I went through the little machine that scans your body, I had to go through that 3 times. I was like, what the hell is that? She was like, nope, it didn't get you this time. Nope, it didn't get you this time. So after 3 times, then she did a pat down. And I was like, what the hell? So I get through that. Then I see my bag on the other side of the thing. They're like, we have to do a second bag check. I'm like, what? Oh my God. Everything that you could possibly do. But you know what it made me do? Sign up for my TSA pre-check because I kept saying I was going to do it. I was going to go do it. I was going to do it. And sometimes spirit has to be like, okay, you're not going to do it. Let me give you a little bit of motivation. Literally, as soon as I got back home the next day, click, 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 appointment to get my pre-check because that was we were there in enough time that I wouldn't have missed my flight, but it was a lot that I had to go through that day. And I'm like, pre-check would have got rid of all this. So I really signed up for it. But that was my little joy thing where they were like, it's not saying, it's saying not a match. And he kept looking at my ID and he kept looking at me, he kept looking at my ID and he kept looking at me. And I was like, it's me. And so he made me smile real big and it finally went through. Oh, I can't hear you. Hi, Miss Sonaria. How is it going? Tell us some good news, honey bunny. I can't wait to see you in the sky. Just get on the flight and be like, I know her. I'm going to fan out on you like, oh my gosh. Hi, Marshy Mello. I love that name. Just woke up from a flight nightmare. Oh. Hi, Miss Jennifer Hartman Cooper. Hi, Tammy Terry Bailey. I am so happy, Scenario, and I know a little bit of about the process to become a flight attendant because I know a couple people who did it, and I'm so happy to hear that you are passing your test because it's intense. And I know, like you can only the person I know, you can only retake a test so many times, and then they're like eliminate, and you might start off with 50 people in your class, and by the end, 5 of y'all graduate. So I am so happy for you. Oh, I am so excited. I cannot wait to see you. Just get on a plane and be like, oh my God, is that her? Hey. Oh, I'm so glad you're having a good time. And let me tell you, once you find something that you really love, it never feels like work again. It's just a good time. You're just going there and you're making the best of it. Are you in a specific state? Like my friend, her daughter, when she was getting a job at Frontier, she had to go to, I can't remember. somewhere in the Midwest, like was it Wisconsin or somewhere along that little edge over there where it was really cold. She had to go there for her training. So, where are you at? Or where is there a specific city that you had to go to, or state that you had to go to for your training? Because she had to be gone like almost a month, I think it was, maybe that she was there to do her training, and they paid for her lodging and everything, but she had to go to somewhere else. Utah for training. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, you're in Utah. I was just in Utah, Sonaria. I was there this past weekend in Salt Lake City or somewhere around there. Um, so I wish I would have known you were there. I would have at least tried to hook up with you. I was there 35 days. We are the first class with extra days. Oh my gosh, that is so good. Hey, Lewis. Oh my gosh, not Lewis is back on here too. Hey, oh my gosh, everybody's coming through. And I know you guys are asking me about the list. I don't know how we're going to do it. I don't know if we're going to create a list or if we're just going to pick people we're drawn to. If you guys give us a second, Don is trying to get his mic in order. And so when he comes back, we'll decide how we're going to do the readings. But yes, Scenario, I was just in Utah. We did a quick overnight trip there, where we were there about 30 hours. We got in and we got out. We went to the spa. We went ice skating. Some of them went to the ice castles. We did all this stuff quickly, and then we were back home the next day. It was a great trip. And so I wish I'd have known you were there. I would have said something or invited you to one of the places or tried to meet up with you where you were. Sonaria says she's doing her training in Utah for flight attendant school.
Did you tell her you were just there?
I didn't know. She just now told me, and I was like, I wish I'd have known. I would have hooked up with you, or we would have done something.
Yeah. Oh my
So
gosh, that's so
yeah,
funny. Holy moly.
yeah,
Is that the Lewis Black? Is that our Lewis?
yes.
Uh-huh. I thought he transitioned or something because he wasn't around.
And surprise, surprise, Sonaria says she is having a good time and that they be laughing at her because she is having so much fun. I love it. I just feel so much joy in her. Like the energy I'm getting from her is so much joy, like so much excitement. Like she's experiencing new stuff that she's never experienced. And that I feel like her faith is increasing. Like as I get into her energy, I feel like her faith is just growing. Like you know how they show the Grinch's heart on
Mhm.
the Grinch, like I feel like that's how her faith is growing. She's like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it's really happening for me. Like I feel like she was in such a bad place, or such a sometimes you struggle with stuff for a long time, and this is just giving her so much joy. I'm so happy for her.
And I think also I feel her confidence has come
Yes.
around, and that she's gotten some confidence. Because I'm feeling a whole lot of energy, and that's good.
Yes. It is
So
so exciting. I just love it.
absolutely, absolutely. Oh, I know what I was going to show you. I was going to tell you is
Oh,
that I want to share with everybody, something that I received
oh,
yesterday in the email, which I've been working on for one whole freaking year. But you know what? When you do it and when you stay with it and you push through,
this
sometimes
was
the
this
power.
your first time ever doing it, Don?
Yes.
Oh
Yep.
wow. And
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
did it great. You didn't get any rejections or anything. Everything was smooth sailing.
No. Yep. This
Affirmations,
is
guys.
it. Yep. I got my trademark for my name, Sonoran Mystic Tarot. So from this point on, when you see, if anybody now from now on, I own Sonoran Mystic Tarot, and if somebody uses it now, I can like in Facebook when somebody copies my thing. When I go back to Facebook and complain, I don't have to say they're spamming you or they're doing what. Now
Oh
they
my
are in
God, I
violation of my
love
trademark.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, y'all, when we be telling y'all about the struggles we going through, we do not be lying. It be a long, lengthy process. Don said this took a year. A lot of people think,
That's
oh,
a year.
like, did you hear about that lady who said she wanted to be an influencer? She went to Houston and ended up homeless. She just thought being an influencer was just gonna be just like boop overnight. She was just gonna be an influencer. And they were saying, like, you have to build a reputation. You have to have something that goes viral. You have to do that. And when we tell you guys it's a long process, we really walk these processes through. And when we give you the highlights of it, we're giving you the best practices because
Mhm.
we've walked that line.
Now I'll tell you what. Now this is a story that you guys, again, I believe in. When I tell you, I say when spirit tells you to do something, you do it. And I don't just talk the talk. I walk the walk. So when I applied for this last January or February, I knew it would take time. I didn't know it was going to take this time, but it took time. And so I applied for it, and then I kept watching it and kept watching it and kept watching it and watching it. And then I think it was like October or November, I get a phone call. It is a number I do not take phone call. If I do not know the number, I don't take it. And usually I just, hit the silent button and reject it. On one specific day, at one specific time, I broke my rule because Spirit said, answer this call. Because I looked at it, I'm like, what? Oh. And Spirit's like, no, 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 no. It's like they're yelling at me, no. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, and then I'm thinking twice, well, wait a minute. Why should I? Why should
not be a politician either.
Exactly. So I'm like, why should I break my rule? And I'm like, but Spirit's like, no, no, click it. And so I'm like, hello, 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 because it was that connecting his phone, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is and I'm like, now I'm getting irritated with Spirit. Like, see, and now it's like, hello, is this? And I'm like, it is. Who is this? This is whoever. And I'm like, do I know you? I'm like, not the nicest guy, right? Sometimes, and because I was irritated. And he's like, I'm from the U.S. the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. And I'm like, wait a minute, yeah. So I'm like, okay. And he's like, did you file an application number? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I wanted to talk to you before I denied your trademark. I wanted to talk to you. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, so I'm listening to saying why. And he's like, this is a situation. And it was really cool. He was nice. And he said, you didn't hire an attorney. And I said, no. He said, you've not done this before. And I said, no. And he said, well, no problem. He said, everything is done right. You did everything right. He said, the problem is that if you had gone to an attorney, they would have told you would have a problem with a word or two on your thing. And I'm like, okay, what is that? And he said, the word Sonoran is a location. And he said, so I'm not sure we can hook that one. We can block that one for you. And he said, but the other problem is the word tarot. And he said, tarot is a process. It's a thing, and it's been around forever and whatever. And he said, so you really can't own the word tarot. And I said, well, I really wasn't looking to own Sonoran or Mystic or Tarot. What I wanted to do is own the three of them in that order, Sonoran, Mystic, Tarot. And he said, well, yeah, we can, I can see what you're saying there. And he said, but when we look at it, we have to look at it as the words. And he said, and that's why people make Coca-Cola or Coke or all these unique names, because it's easy to get that, because who would use that word? And he said, but so he said, okay, you know what we can do? And he said, well, we talked a little bit more. And he said, we have a workaround. We can put you on this other list. You'll still get your trademark, but you won't be able to sue somebody if they use the word tarot. And I'm like, that's good. I don't want to sue somebody to use the word tarot. And he said, so you won't get protected for tarot, but you will be protected for the other two words, and you'll be protected for all three in a row. So should they use all three in a row, then you can sue or take legal action, he said. Or if you have even the first two in a row, I'm okay. And the first two I'm protected on individually. But it's so I'm like, oh, this is cool then. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I don't even need them individually. I just want that three, because that's my three. I created those three. And he's like, well, you know what? I'm going to prove it. I'm going to go ahead and prove it. And he said, I'm going to prove it from my point of view. And he said, there's a few more steps, but the good part is that I'm the hardest. And so once you get beyond me, the rest should be no problem. And he said, from what I saw in your application, you showed me cups that you sold. You showed me shirts that you sell. You show me web pages. You show me live streams. You've shown me, all the social media pages and the web pages. He said, so I see no reason why and even a logo. He said, I see no reason why you can't, it's not substantiated. So anyway, so yeah, that's how it worked. And in the end, so yesterday, they didn't call me or anything, but they sent me that email. And the first email I got was just saying, you've been approved. And I'm like, I printed it and sent it to some people. And then the next email was actually the certificate. I'm like, oh, yes. So it is official now. That is mine. And yeah, it's kind of cool. It was a fun experience and a unique experience, a very long waiting experience. But just think, if I had not listened to Spirit to swipe that little thing and listen to the phone call, I probably would have been rejected. So folks, when we talk to Spirit, listen. When we say listen, man, I'm serious. Listen, because if I had not listened, the chances are I would not have talked to that attorney for the patent office, and I would not have gotten what I wanted. So listen to Spirit. Even if it's a little twinge or it's something, damn, if they're trying to get your attention, listen to them. with that said, yeah, that's the big news there. And then there was something else that happened recently too, but that's
Oh,
the big.
I was trying to share our stuff out to let somebody know that we were live, but okay.
Oh, no problem, no problem. No, I was just saying there was something else that happened this week too that was kind of nice, but that kind of took the leapfrog above everything else, which is nice. And
Oh,
then
that is good. Like, I love that you've already been through the process. So you're speaking from experience. And listen, when we tell you divine timing, when we tell you those little things, like Don heard that little message and said, no, answer the phone. This goes against what I normally do. You have to listen to those still small voices. That's your higher power speaking to you. There are so many nuggets of information in that story that Don just told us about listening to and submitting to what your higher power is trying to tell you to do, and how we dismiss it as no, this doesn't make sense. He could have missed that whole. He could have just not answered the phone and completely got denied.
exactly, yep. So again, listen to the voices, listen when they speak. With that said, let's get to readings. How do you want to do the readings today, Angie? You want to?
I don't care how you're guiding the remote. So if you want to set up a list or you want to just pick somebody, I'm okay with it either way. We have quite a few people who've asked. So if you want to just kind of pin them, and so we can just say, hey, are you still here? We're ready. Or if you just want to, whoever you're drawn to, that's fine too.
Yeah, let's do.
I like the new names. I love the new names.
Say again.
Virgil is our person from UK. He said, "My mistress left me because she found out I was married." I always love when he's in the chat. He's so silly.
I saw that one. Thank you, Creating Bounds. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for the kind words. Again, the message in the story, by the way, is not so much me celebrating, though I love to celebrate when something good happens, but to remember, listen when Spirit's talking to you. That's the key to this, is listening to when Spirit's talking to
Exactly.
you. So that's more of the message, because it does talk to you, and even me with the advanced connection to Spirit, in the sense that I'm more open. There are times where I don't want to listen either, and I'm like, I'm just so glad on that day I didn't fight with Spirit. I just said, you know what, damn it, just do it.
Just do it. Just wait. Listen,
Yep.
there's many times I'll be like, or there'll be a roadblock or a bottleneck, and I'm just like, what the heck? And then sometimes my spirit just being like, literally putting their hand on my forehead and holding me back, like, just stop, just be still for a minute and allow us to do this. Whereas I just want to be full steam ahead. I want to bulldoze over everything and just move and get everything out of the way. And they're like, no, we may be able to bring you help. We may be able to bring somebody in to do stuff. And so I just have to be patient with it. And my annoying best friend, divine timing, is just like, I'm gonna hold your hand and make you wait.
Exactly. Hey, did we read for Tortoise Love last week?
I don't think so.
Let's
No,
start
I
with
don't think so.
let's start with Tortoise Love. That one just
Okay, I'm with it. All right,
catches my
Tortoise Love,
attention.
what was do you have any messages? Okay. And I saw when they wrote that. Let me see. Immediately I got like a group of, like, I get a circle of people holding hands, kind of singing Kumbaya. And for me, I heard peace. You just want peace in a situation. I feel like there's a lot of chaos around you, because they're also showing me the Six of Swords. There's a lot of chaos around you, and you just want peace. You just want everybody to come together, or you just want whatever this drama is to be settled. I just want peace. I just want everybody to get along in whatever way they're trying to get along. You're not trying to control the situation, but you are trying to breathe new life into it and just be like, I don't want to be a part of the drama. I don't want to be that middleman. Like, I really feel like you're taking two hands and putting them together, and you're stepping back. You don't even want to be a part of whatever it is, but you do want them to end the drama so that you don't have to be in the middle of it. So I don't know what relationship this, or what people this is in your life that is having this situation, but you do want this to be peace. So they're showing me that, and that's the first word I see. And so let me ask, what's for Tortoise Love's highest and greatest good? What message do you want Tortoise Love to know? And so the first thing I heard was, you can do it. You can accomplish whatever this is that you're trying to do. They show me you scaling a wall, like if you were in a police academy, there's a wall, and then they have that rope, and they show me you scaling that wall and you getting up there easier and faster than you thought that you could. So they're saying you could do it. So whatever this endeavor is that you're trying to go out on, it may seem tough, but once you get started and actually start the challenge, it'll be easier for you to do. And then what did I get? The Nine of Swords. That's your own thinking. That's you keeping yourself in this mental state, worrying about something that is a lot easier if you just get out there and get started with it. A lot of times it's actually that, just taking the first step, just moving forward. And so now they're showing me like somebody standing in a doorway and they have their foot out ready to step outside the door, but they're halted in place and they're not moving. So you need to take the first step. You need to put your foot down on solid ground and then watch how the sun will shine and light your path, is how they're showing it to me. Because once you put your foot down, it's like the path just becomes clear and you can see your way to it. Right now you're overly thinking about it. You're overthinking and you're stressing yourself out about it, and they want you to move forward. And they're saying you're going to get it done. She said there was one huge project. My childhood friend passed away, and I should run her tea house after her. Oh, okay. Yes. And they're saying it's easy peasy. You could do it. And so I don't know, like that feels like a separate situation from the drama. I feel like the drama is one thing and then this is something else. But they're saying once you step into it, it'll be easy. It'll be work. Like because climbing a rock, a wall with the rope is to get over to the other side is hard. But once you actually start doing it, you're like, oh, this is easier than I thought. And then the ideas are bursting because they're showing me the page of swords in the light seers tarot, and in that deck it's a lady holding a book, and the book has all this information in it, and then they're holding a balloon, like it's like a whole bunch of strings, and on each string is a light bulb. And so those are all ideas. That's new thought, that's new ideas, that's creativity, that's you being curious, that's you seeking information in the one hand and then ideas popping up. So you have everything that you need. You just need to move forward on whatever it is that you need to do and take that step, and it is blessed for you. I literally hear the word tea time, and then there's like a ding or a bell ringing. So you're going to be successful in this endeavor. You should go ahead and move forward with it. Very much so. Oh, she tells you she will guide you not to worry. And it seems that way. And that may be her that I'm seeing. Once you actually step down and step into it, she's just guiding your path because literally you're standing in the doorway, you have the door open, and your foot is in the air like you're about to step down and you have not stepped down. Once you put your foot down on the ground, your path clears and it just becomes an easy little, like not easy, it's not a straight path, it's a winding path, but everything is clear. There's no roadblocks and you just walk along the path and you can see the end or you can see where you're going clearly. So it's just all of you moving forward with it. So that's what I got for Tortoise
Interesting. I got 3 cards that came out for her, and the first was 8 of Cups. Okay, so again, this is the journey. This is the vision. You living her vision, trying to help her through. It's that extended, that extended version of it. So again, it's like, yeah, I can see that. It's going to take some time and some patience to work through it, but you're going to get it down, which is nice, and it will be lucrative because again, the coins are going to show up. The 6 of Coins is here. So again, she's done a lot of the groundwork for you. All you have to do is keep moving it forward and nourishing it and help it grow. Okay. Be careful with the people that you bring around you because some people around you are going to have their own interests at heart and play. And so make sure that you don't fall for that. That you're like, you know what? Again, this is about her and not about me or them. And then the other thing I got is the 5. And so when I see the 5 again, either to the return card or to grass is always greener card or whatever else. This specific thing, I don't get return for this one, which I usually do. I was getting the energy of again thinking that it's going to be a breeze, but knowing that it will take your time, it will take your work, but it will pay off again because of the coins, the 6 of Coins. So whatever work you put in, you will get back out of it. Take the time and make it work. Make it work. And by giving your time and attention, it will be successful. Okay, so take it, take it, but don't take it as in, don't be one of those people who feel like I can just throw some time at it and it's good. It's going to require some serious time and energy, and so don't be don't make sure that you put the
effort into it because
yeah the
I
effort.
think that's why they showed me somebody trying to come up a wall. Like you got to put the effort in it, like scaling the wall to get over to the other side, and that rope is your help. That's that helping hand coming through. But it's still going to take some effort on your part to climb that wall and make it to the other side. So, like you're saying, Don, you're going to have to put the effort in, but it's going to be
Yeah,
successful.
but it will pay off. It will pay off, absolutely. Yeah, and the good part is again is she gave you a good foundation to continue to build from, and that doesn't always happen. So take advantage of it when you can. So there
And I
you go.
see your ideas like going above and beyond. You're going to surprise yourself with the amount of ideas that you have and how much joy you have in it, not just because it was your friend, but because, whoa, I never would have got into this. I never would have thought of this. Like, again, I always tell people I never would have gone live had Don just not been like, Angie, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, and encouraged me to come live. I don't know that I would have had the courage to just do this live. And so sometimes you need somebody to push you. And I feel like this is that push, and it's going to open a whole new world for you and take you in a whole different way. And you're going to enjoy, like I see you enjoying the patrons or the people coming in and the stories that they tell and things like that. I used to do hair all the time. And I remember some of my people, they were people who were my clients for like years and years and years. And I would build long relationships with them. And you would know about their families and graduations and hardships and things that life, births and deaths that go on. And so I feel you building good relationships with some of the patrons that come in. All right, you will get out of your comfort zone, so go for it. I am happy to hear about. And let us know what's the name of the
The tea room, tea
the
room.
tea room or whatever it is. Oh, that's what it's called, the tea room.
Oh no, no,
Oh,
I was saying it's a tea room or tea shop. I thought you said it was tea room. I don't know.
oh, let us know what it is so people can look it up and what city it is, and people look it up and just kind of frequent it or patronize.
Marcy Whitwell Kavanaugh, you say, "Will I start my own business one day?" What's stopping you today? What is stopping you today? When you ask that question, if anybody asks the question, my first response is, "What's stopping you today?" I mean, we all can be entrepreneurs. We all can be somebody who can get something going. The only thing that stops us mostly is us. We throw that roadblock up. Oh, I don't have time. Oh, I don't have an idea. Oh, I don't have money. Give me 10 billion reasons, and I will I will knock down each of them with an argument, because I can tell you what, I have started. I am not complaining, and I am not trying to seem like I'm a super person at the same time either way. But I came from very humble beginnings. My parents both at one point were working 2 jobs each to raise their 4 kids. And we were inner city kids. We didn't even have word latchkey back then, but we went up to the Mass Transit Association's bus stop and got on a city bus with our little stamps that we got from school, and drove a city bus to get to the nearest bus stop, then to walk to school, because we didn't have school buses. We had the mass transit buses, and that's the grown people's bus. But that's how we got to schools, and we came home. My parents didn't have time to take us there and to bring us back because they were working. We had the 4 kids. So what I'm saying is that coming from that environment, I was not raised as somebody who was given entrepreneurial spirit. I was not raised with somebody who said, "Hey, create a business, create something." Their idea was work 9 to 5, in 40 years retire and be happy. Okay, and that's what I grew up with. And when I went to college, it was like, "What are you doing? That's not going to get you money. You need to work." Well, I did. I worked at Montgomery Wards for 40 hours a week. I worked at a courthouse on the weekends, and I worked as a bouncer on the weeknights, and still went to school full time. I busted ass. Never in those times did I say I can't. I said, "What can I do? What else can I do?" I was always pushing. When I got a chance, when I bought my first house, and I never lived in it. I rented it to my brother because he needed a place to stay because he was coming back from Germany. So I turned around and rented to him. That became my first rental. And needless to say, from that point on, I became a landlord, and I've owned rental properties since I was 19 or 20 years old when I first bought the first one. I have owned rental properties since then and have not stopped. That was one of my businesses. I became a lawyer at one point. I became a realtor before I was a lawyer, and during the law, I still did real estate. Before that, I had the engineering background. I've had different businesses doing different things, not because somebody told me you can't or you couldn't or you should or you shouldn't. It was me saying, "How can I?" And I figured it out. So
Oh my,
when somebody comes to me and says, "Oh, I want to," or "I think about," no, no, stop. I am a business person. I have a business. That's what you tell yourself. And then go out and fulfill that demand. Fulfill your verbiage. And my youngest son is 19 years old. And the youngest son has already created a few little different businesses. And some of them he likes and some of them he hasn't. and he's kind of put on the shelf. But I'll tell you what, he's gotten that bug and he's doing it, and he has businesses. He just started another one a few days ago with his friends. He has little groups of friends here and there, and they'll start businesses together, or they'll do their own. But he doesn't. He never says, oh, maybe I will, or I can't, or whatever. He's like, Dad, I'm going to start this business. This is what I want to do. And then I give him advice. Or sometimes he's like, no, Dad, I got it. We're good. And I'm like, well, if you need to come back later on, we'll talk, and his friends, all of his friends are like that too. They don't take I'm going to, or maybe I will. Some of them are in college, full-time students working, and still calling, Mr. Don, I got this idea. What do you think? How can you make this? And I'm like, we'll do this, and this, and this. And I help them through it, Or they say, hey, Mr. Don, I got a great deal just offered to me on real estate. What do you think? How can I make this happen? Got any ideas? This is where I'm asking anybody out there. If you want to say, I want a business, I want to start a business, can I do? Don't give me excuses. Just say, I'm doing it, and make it happen. You'll learn, you'll stub your toe along the way. You will sometimes trip, but you know what? The more that you do it, the more you're involved with it, the more that you learn, the more that you grow. And even if the business is not completely successful, I will tell you this. It was part of your path because you did it. And secondly, you learned from it, and you will eventually start another business, and that one will be successful. Because you failed once or twice, Abe Lincoln ran 5 times for office and did not get elected. Then he became president.
Man filed bankruptcy, like, what was it, 5 or 6 times?
Yes. Yep. So there you go. I'm just telling you, folks,
And also surround yourself with people who motivate you.
Yes.
Like if you're the smartest person in the room, then you know what I'm saying, you're not learning anything. Like John motivates me in a different way than some of my other friends motivate you. You have to increase your circle. You have to meet people. You have to make people that feed into you and make you think in a different way. If all of you are on the same level of thinking, you're not going to always be able to create those good ideas. And I think a lot of us are married to the romanticized version of what starting a business was. Well, it has to be perfect, and it's just gonna, like, I'm gonna open the door and then it's just gonna come flying in. It's a process. It is a build up of process. Me and Don have been going live almost, this is our 3rd year, and we're still building our number of people. We haven't had that viral moment. We haven't had that point where there's thousands of people on our live, but we're still working at it. We're still going forward. And each time, every year or every couple months, Don has something new. Oh, how do we find Restream? Don found Restream. We were just going live on YouTube. Then Don found Restream, and now we're going live on multiple platforms. And I see people who've been doing it for years and they haven't found Restream yet. It's all about taking that step and then allowing the resources to be sent to you, or asking your higher power for it. A lot of times we forget how to ask. And so we're like, well, I don't know what to do. Well, did you ask your higher power? What do I need to do? Sometimes it's just start. They just want you to start. They just want to see your commitment. Okay, you're committed. Now we'll go ahead and do it. I use this example about scholarships all the time. The school will grant you this money. Okay, we'll give you $20,000 to come there. But you know what you have to do? You have to apply. You have to pick classes, and then you have to start going. I'm not just going to give you $20,000 and then see if you go. I need to see your commitment to what you're doing. Yeah, you have the need. Yeah, this money is available, but let me see that you're ready to do it. Let me see that you actually applied to a college. Let me see that you actually got accepted. Let me see that you actually picked classes. Now we'll give you the money. We promised it to you, and we're going to give it to you, but you have to take a series of steps to show us that you're committed to it. So in your case, what was her name? Marcy, you have to just commit to it. What is it that brings you joy? You like, I don't know what to do. Have you even decided what you want to do? Do you have your top things that you want to do? My niece brought me the Law of Attraction journal for 2024. And in there, it tells you to write down 50 things that you want to accomplish this year, just 50 of them in any area of your life. Be it, oh, I want to grow my hair out. I want to lose weight. I want to buy a house. I want to buy a car. I want to do this, whatever it is, write 50 of them down. And then it tells you, pick your top 3. And then each month you're working on them. It gives you these roadmaps and all these things to do it. Have you even decided what the business is that you want to do? Not necessarily the details of it, just the business that you want to do. I know that I want to do this full time, all the time. I don't know the details of it. I told my higher power that's what I want to do. And I see glimpses of it happening, but I have to continue to do this. and work my other jobs until I get it done. So have you even decided what it is you want to do? Okay, now I know what I want to do. Let me look up resources. You're thinking that you're going to go to sleep and you're going to wake up and it's all going to come to you like that. And it's possible that it could. It's also possible that you're just not seeing the clues that are coming towards you. You could have this coming to this live right now could be the next step of encouragement. She doesn't hear us, let them encourage her. So now she needs to take the next step. Oh, maybe you walk into a shop and then someone's like, oh, well, where'd you get your hair done? And you're like, oh, I did it myself. That's your motivation to start doing hair, or that's your motivation to start another business. There's little single things. It's not like the Lord saying, Angie, you need to start a YouTube show. And then as you do it, I'll do this, this, and this. Sometimes it's just you deciding and then asking for the help for them to move you along. I have to see your level of commitment. So, Miss Marcy, what is it that you actually want to do? Do you actually have the idea and know what you want to do? And then once you decide that, all the information will flow to you. Just ask. Like a lot of times we tell people, when you go to sleep, just ask a question and allow your higher power to give you that answer. It could come in a dream, it could come in a song. You could wake up the next morning and it's the first thing on TV that you see. You're like, oh, should I start this cookie? Should I start this business? Then you wake up, it's people telling you about, the first thing you see is a commercial about entrepreneurs who are getting money for to start a small business. It's a series of things that you have to believe in and trust that your higher power is guiding you. It's not like they're just going to come speak to you and take your hand and say, hey, go in this office and file this paperwork, and then go over here and pick up the check, and then go over here. It's a commitment level that you have to show that you're ready to even take that journey.
Yeah, and the other thing that I would add to that is that if that I'm going to play something in a minute that's going to tell you kind of where I stand on this. But if you don't have the circle of people there to support you, then reach out, go visit a business, go visit a small business, go visit someone who has done it and talk to them. I guarantee I do guarantee, I would be very surprised. There's another way to put it, maybe, that if you went to some of these people who start businesses, that they would say, "Oh, I'm not sharing my information with you." Oh, it's the opposite. I guarantee they'll say, "Oh, wow, yes. Well, I can't tell you what works for you, but I can tell you how this worked for me." And they'll tell you this other stuff. And no, I mean, it's amazing. People are so giving. People who have made it are so giving. Now, they won't hit you over the head, but should you ask? Man, they open up and they are so wonderful and they share. When I first, when I was in Texas, I went to Texas A&M and I was young and I was from the East Coast and I'd lived in Germany for a long time. And when I was living in the East Coast, I learned to speak very fast. So when I went to Texas and I got my real estate license, and back then we had books and we had computers that had very limited access versus now. It's a very different world now. But you had to go through the books and find all this data and listings and so forth. And I would take phone calls and I was like, hello, blah, 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 blah. And the two ladies pull me aside and they're like the two ladies in the shop who were the biggest of the producers, right? And they said, you've got it. You've got the energy. You've got that drive, but you're just not Texas. And I'm like, so what do I do? And they're like, you need to slow down. You need to slow the voice down. You got to, because people don't, you speak fast, but they don't think fast. She's like, they're used to hearing it slowly. I had to learn to slow down the way I spoke so that the people in my community could understand me. And sure enough, these women, they were wonderful. I was their competition. I was in their office in direct competition. They were not seeing me as competition. They saw me as somebody who was going to be successful. They wanted to support me because I had whatever they thought I needed to have. And they saw me as lifting me up. And when they lifted me up, they lifted themselves up. So again, reach out to people who are doing a similar business. And if you can't find somebody doing a similar business, find somebody in a small business and just say, hey, give me some advice. Okay. Don't ever surrender to the fact that you don't know somebody. Everybody will meet somebody in their lifetime, and sometimes just walk into a place and say, hey, can I make an appointment to talk to the guy who owns the business, or the girl who runs a business, or the couple who runs a business?
Marcy, is your job is what you want to do? Because they show me somebody laying down on a table. Is it massage or Reiki or something metaphysical? Because it feels to be like a service that you're providing to somebody, something metaphysical to somebody. And the card that came up was the Two of Cups, which is a partnership. sometimes people see this as like soulmate card, but this seems to be a partnership. And are you thinking about going in business with somebody else? I'm not seeing that partnership work, but I do see maybe you should just do it on your own. Your passion for your business is different than you pulling somebody else in. I feel like whoever you're considering doing this business with doesn't have the same level of passion or commitment or business ethics or even ethics that you have, and that you should more try to do it on your own. And then there's that fear, because as soon as I said that, I felt you recoil and shrink back, like, oh my God, do it on my own. And they're saying, yes, oh your God, do it on your own. But you're not necessarily on your own, because you're in a partnership, but you're in a partnership with your higher power. So whatever it is that you're trying to do, they're saying go ahead and do it. But they're also saying you don't need to do it with this other physical living person. You need to do it on your own, so that you can have the control over it, and that you can move it forward in the way that you want to. But it is guidance for you once you decide that you want to do it and that you're ready to move forward with it. Um, and I don't know if you said yes to it being like a metaphysical or something to do in the spiritual, but I see somebody laying on the table, and you either coming up to massage them or to do something, or it could be something in the medical field, but it's you physically doing something to somebody else, or being a service in some kind of something like that, some kind of physical service. So
I want
you're
to
not
do.
yeah.
I also want to show you this little video. This is something I've saved because I listen to it. And if you don't like profanity, ignore it, okay? Because I'm not bleeping it out. But I want you to hear this, because this is a strong message that this woman seemed. She has strong messages, period. But I love this message. So, and it's right on point, by the way, about the situation. Let me see if can you guys see it? You can, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Let me make sure I can start it here. Okay. Wait a minute. Why did it? Oh, I see.
So when some shit happens,
Wait a minute. I'll get it. I promise.
Mother is about to speak. I love her because she's boisterous, she's loud.
Yes, and she's right to the point, but she doesn't sugarcoat it. So
keep good friends around you. So when some shit happens, they'll see the change. I told that motherfucker I was alpha, but I didn't tell him I surrounded myself with generals.
did you hear that?
These weren't soldiers. These were generals I surround myself with. Intellectuals, good people, long-time friends, no new people.
Who is at your right hand, like who your friends are, who you're with every day, will make or break your dreams. But you probably can't do much of anything in this life at a high level without a rock solid team.
Exactly what we were just saying. Exactly what we were just saying about surrounding yourself with people who support you and encourage you and make and help you to move forward. That is what our group does. I love it. Now you literally just basically summarized everything we were saying in
Exactly.
that
And
little
I
bit.
keep that on my phone. And every once in a while, when I feel like, you know what, I need to hear this. I need to hear this, because it's like, somebody comes up and they're like, they kind of want to. Anyway, the point is there are times where I need to hear that and say, you know what, again, focus. We all need that from time to time. So anyway, I just thought I'd replay that because I thought that was amazing, and I keep it over and over again.
All right. Well, I hope that helped you out, Mercy. You didn't tell what kind of service or what kind of job it is that you're wanting to do, but that's what I saw for you. So I hope that really did help you out a little bit.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Nicole Justin, I don't know if that's a spammer or not. I can't understand because I don't understand. No, that just proved it is. Okay.
Oh, with the inbox, yeah.
The second one, I was like, because they have it backwards. It's like, can I book a reading session with you? It's like, are you trying to hire me to give you a reading?
And that's what I thought too. And then it said inbox, and I'm like, no.
Exactly. That's when it came up. It's like, okay, good old Nicolette, And as we've said many
And
times,
listen, guys, let me tell you this. For one, somebody did duplicate my page. I'm not sending you new Facebook requests. So go ahead and report them. You don't have to tell me. Just go ahead and report them. When you report them, I get an email. And because I know Miss Bonnie reported the person that duplicated my email, and they sent me an email to say, hey, Bonnie says somebody is trying to scam you and is trying to impersonate you. So go ahead and report the person that is trying to scam you. And then even in here, when these people are asking you to go into their inbox, look, that's a kidnapping van. Do not go in there. It's the kidnappers. They gonna want a ransom. You know what that ransom is? They gonna want your money. They gonna want your credit card, and they're not gonna give you what you want. So do not go into the kidnapping van with these people. Just keep it moving.
Yes, and believe it or not, this here, see that there? That's my personal one, right? Somebody went just about 3 days ago. They copied every image I have, all my pictures. They made it look identical. Plus, my name was identical. They didn't even misspell the name. They actually spelled it the right way and everything, and then sent out on my live stream to have readings. And I'm like, well, ain't that a blip? The good part is Miss Bonnie caught it. She reported it, and then she told me she reported it. And then Facebook sent me something saying your friend just did this, and we're watching it, and we're looking at it. But
so
it was
every
again.
Time, feel free to do that on our behalf. You don't even have to tell us. It's the best thing that you can do, and know that I'm never going to be in your inbox asking you to give a reading. Listen, it's hard enough to do it this way. You think I got time to be calling you and saying, "Call me"? It's not going to happen.
So, folks, again, if you get it, even from, and now I have to change everything. Even if it looks like it's for me, if you got approached, I promise you, it's not for me. I don't do it.
Marcy, you said you don't even know what you want to do. Then how are you going to, like, I don't understand what it is that you're needing guidance on. You don't even know what you need guidance on. So are you asking Spirit to tell you what you want to do? Okay, God, Spirit, I don't know what makes me happy. I don't know what I love to do. I don't know what I want to do. So can you tell me what you want me to do? If Spirit tells you to be a nun, are you going to go to the convent? Are you going to go to the convent to be a nun? You have to have some kind of, like, you guys lay down your power a lot. You just want to lay down and let the Lord just tell you what to do. It's a co-creation. The Lord wants to bless you, or your higher power wants to bless you with whatever it is that you want. So if you can't even decide what you want, how can I bless it? How can I bless it? How can I help you with it? You have to tell me what you want or what you like doing. I like talking. I like teaching. I like, doing hair. I like cooking. I like healing people. I like speaking to people. What is it that you like doing? If you could wake up tomorrow and do this every single day, what would bring you joy? This will bring me joy. I love talking in all arenas, and especially about myself. Don't listen. Let Don tell you. Talk about yourself, Angie. How much time I got? So I need to know. Do I need the short version or the long version of me? I love talking about me, and I will talk. You have to know what you want to do so that your higher power can bless it. If it's like, I don't know, what they like, I don't know either. What if I tell, like, again, what if I tell you to be a nun? What if I tell you to be a teacher and you don't want to be a teacher? Stop laying down your power and saying, well, whatever the Lord wants you to do. No, because I don't always want to do what the Lord wants me to do at all. Not every time. Sometimes they want me to do some stuff and I'm like, well, why do you want me to do that? Sometimes you have to decide what you want to do so that they can help you to move forward on it. Don't just say, I don't know what to do, and then say, oh, I don't know how to move forward. You don't know how to move forward because you don't know what you want to do. So you got to decide at least what it is that you want to do that brings you joy every single day. Hey, Shaylee.
And I guarantee you know what you don't want to do. And sometimes starting with what you don't want to do can help lead you to where you need to be with the do's.
I did a leadership conference at work, and they were like, oh, Angie, you would be a great people mover. No, I wouldn't. I don't want to manage people. I don't want to hear about your problems. I don't want to know why you didn't come into work today. I don't want to know why you late. I don't want to have to deal with why you stressed out today. I don't want to deal with anything. I don't want to be a people mover. I will be a process person. I will, run processes. I'll do all that behind the scenes. Anything that has to do with projects and processes. Yes, but I don't want to manage people because I don't want to deal with your drama and all the stuff. But you have to know that. Because what if they offer me a position? Angie, you want to be a manager? No, because I don't want to manage Sally, Jesse, and Jacob and hear all their problems. But if you want me to manage the process for getting this from A to B, then I'll do that. But you really have to decide what you want to do and know what you do and don't like. But because I know I don't want to deal with people, I know that that's not a job that I would accept. So you have to set your top and bottom. What do you want? How do you want to do? I don't want this. What is the salary that I want to make? Do you even know how much money you want to make? Do you know what hours you want to work? Do you want to go into a place? Do you want to do it at home? What do you know? You have to start somewhere, and it'll all start to line up once you at least start picking apart the things that you do want or the things that you don't want. A lot of things that I learned about dating was from experiencing the things that I didn't like. Oh, I don't like that. So no, I don't want to do that. And so I found the things that I did like and the things that I did not like. So that's what I'm saying.
Super. Next, we're going to do Candace Cade. Candace, are you here? And Do you want a specific reading, or do you have a question for that?
That's who I was looking at too, because I was like, you know what? I remember her being on here before, and we didn't get a chance to read her. So Candace, or did we read her? I don't even remember. I was looking at her too.
Miss Linda says, Lo, that's like when my grandson says he's hungry and I ask what he wants, and he says, I don't know. I don't know how to cook. I don't know.
Well, do you want some steel oats? Do you want me to make that? Just some oats?
Yep.
You know you don't want that. Do you want some fruit? Do you
Exactly.
want like what do you want?
Candace, do you have a specific question or just general? Let me know.
Nothing specific.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Okay, so literally I heard roll your boat ashore. So if they're telling you to roll your boat ashore, you're in water. Water is emotional. It's dark for me. So whatever this is, it's something that either has shame that you don't want people to know about, or that you're trying to do in silence where you don't want people to know what you're doing. Not necessarily you don't want people to know what the situation is, but you don't want people to know your moods. So if they're telling you to row your boat ashore, it's time for you to get out of this emotional situation. It's time for you to get out of this boat, because a boat is unstable and you've gotten to the destination where you're supposed to be. So they've taken you from the chaos to this calmer place, and they're saying, okay, we're docked up on the sand. We need you to get out and walk over. Because on the side of the water, it's dark. On the side where you're supposed to get out on the sand, because they're showing me sand on a beach, that side is lit up. So that's where you need to go. You need to get out of the boat and move over. So get out of this emotional situation, get on solid land and move forward. So that's the first thing they're saying is row your boat ashore, is that they want you to get out of this emotional situation and move forward. So what's for your highest and greatest good? And they said you know that you're ready to do it, but you're afraid to disconnect from the situation or this person. And they're saying you know what you should do, you know how to do it. They're literally showing me the Two of Swords, which is usually a stalemate, which is you not making a decision. That's indecision, and that's the blindfold. But they showed me you literally taking the blindfold off and it falling to the ground. So that means that you're ready to see the situation for what it is, and you're ready to move forward onto dry land, onto solid footing, onto something that is more permanent that'll help you to move forward. I see a little boy. Do you have a son, or there's a younger small boy that they're showing me in this situation? That is dependent on you or that is connected to you in some way. So do you have a son? And I hear providing a better way or a better path for this child or this son is how they're showing it to me. And once you get out of the boat, it won't be so unstable. Like I see a little bit of fear in this little boy also, or this small child, because they're unsure, because you're unsure, but they're clinging to you. And so they're showing me that you need to get out and walk on and move forward. You're saying you don't have a little boy, but they're showing me a little boy. So maybe this is what you need to do in order to start moving forward. So is this regarding a relationship? Because it seems like if you in this situation, then you can move forward and everything is lit up. They're not showing it to me what is on the other side, but it's lit up, which means that you're out of the darkness and into the light, and you just need to move forward to where they're trying to take you. And when I say they, your higher power, whoever you believe in, they hear your prayers. That is one thing that they're telling me. We hear your prayers. We understand what you want, but are you ready to move? What did they say? Faith without works. You have enough faith to pray and to ask, but do you have enough faith to start moving? What are you going to do in order to move it? I can tell you all day that you're going to get a job, but if you don't apply, if you don't go to the interview, then you're not going to get the job. It's just a glimpse in time. So what are you doing in order to take the steps to start moving forward? So they're ready to move you forward. Just are you ready to do it? So if you want that little boy, then maybe you need to disconnect from the situation you're in to move forward so that you can meet the person to help you to make a baby. Because the last I checked, it takes two people to make a baby. And if this person over here ain't the person you're supposed to make it with, you need to go and find the person that you're supposed to make this child with, or that you are going to adopt. So I do see somebody being dependent upon you, a little child, a little boy, and this boy seems to be about 6 or 8 years old. So this could be well down the road, or just confirming to you that you can have a baby. Are you having difficulties with having a baby and you're thinking that maybe you're not going to be able to? Because this feels like confirmation to me that you can have a baby and that you will have one in the future, and that you'll be stable, because they're showing me the Emperor, they're showing me the Four of Pentacles, and fours are stability. The Emperor is stability. So they're showing me that things will be stable. You just have to be ready to move forward onto this new life, onto more solid ground and footing. So that's what they're showing me. You're not sure if it's dating or work. It could be both. It's not mutually exclusive. Like you don't have to choose one or the other. It could be both. You could need to move on in every aspect of your life. When I moved here, that was a change in everything. That was a change in relationship. That was a change in location. That was a change in work. Everything changed. So it does not have to be exclusive to, oh, I'm just leaving for work. It could be all of those things that you need to disconnect from and move forward because they're causing you stress in your life.
Well, it's interesting when I first called her name, I was feeling like there is not was, but there still is a conflict around her, and um, I'm not sure she's the I'm not sure she's the origin of the conflict, but it's like somebody else has a conflict and have brought it to her doorstep. Do you know what I'm saying? I, I
Yeah.
get I get the feeling like I don't know. It's like there's someone around you who is really not serving your best interest, and they tend to be draining you. They're kind of, I don't know if they're like an energy drain, like an energy vampire or whatever, and they're somebody who feeds on chaos. They feed on drama. They feed on the unity and the harmony does not work for them. And so I'm just feeling like there's this person that is just I don't know. It's not really healthy for you. And you, I think you know it. Well, I don't think you know it. Spirit's telling me you know it. Spirit tells me you know, but yet you can't seem to break free. You can't seem you can't seem to fix the problem because it's like you don't. I don't know if it's a confidence issue or because they're showing me like you don't have steel in your backbone, and you need to stand up to somebody because this person needs to be stood up to. They need to be. They're not healthy for you. They're not healthy for you, and they manipulate your environment. They manipulate the energy in your environment, and all that does is you. I mean, when you get done, sometimes at the end of the day, you're just like exhausted because of all of this. And so, and again, I know I haven't touched the cards because I didn't need to, but this is the energy I'm getting from you. And if it's not your energy, then man, I'm way off. But I can tell you, that's the energy that I feel. That is the energy that I feel. And so you really do have to step up and do something about this. If you need to move forward, if you want to move forward, if you want to shake things off, you have got to start by changing the energy around you, changing the auric field around you, and making sure that you are not being manipulated or hurt or your energy being harmed in any way by anybody. You got to start protecting yourself. And if you do that, I think that a lot of things are going to change. But I just feel like right now it's tons of chaos, tons of chaos.
And Don, you have to be right because we're both kind of, we're both on the same page. You see the chaos, and they're saying, roll your boat ashore, get
Mhm.
out of the water, get out of
Yes.
this emotional situation to this next, to where we're trying to take you on more solid ground. Get out of the boat. We've taken you to where you need to be, and which could be you thinking that you dealt with something or that you've moved past it. Because I remember a long time ago, me and my sisters, we thought, we had dealt with our dad. With how our dad appeared in our life, we had decided that we were over it, but it kept coming up. We would go to class and people would read us, and it would keep coming up, and he kept coming up in mediumship. And though we were done with it, he wasn't done with it on the other side. He wanted to apologize. He wanted to show remorse. We had settled in our mind that we were done with it, but he wasn't done with it. So this is where you may need to just say, hey, it's a full moon tomorrow. I release all that no longer serves me. I release this person. I release this situation. When I release everything. Y'all know I'll be like, listen, you can take people, places, things, fat, or cravings, all this stuff. You can take all that stuff and release it with the full moon. So maybe you just need to release this person or this situation. But we both see that there is something emotional or something that is keeping you from making your best foot forward. So whatever this situation is, you need to to walk away from it. And it could be just, but you may not hate your job. It may be okay, but it may not be for your highest and greatest good. Like a lot of times, like I've worked at many jobs that I didn't hate the job, but it wasn't making the money that I wanted. It wasn't the um it wasn't the hours that I wanted, the location that I wanted, the distance that I had to drive. So it paid the bills, but it wasn't exactly what I wanted. So I didn't hate it, but it wasn't exactly for my highest and greatest good. And so I had to have the courage to walk away from it. I had to have the courage to walk away from the city that I was in. I had to have the courage to walk away from some of the people that I know. So what is it that you need to walk away from? Because we both see it. I see you in a boat and getting out of the boat, and they're saying, roll your boat ashore. You've been in the emotional situation and in the dark for the longest. Don sees that somebody's around you. So there is something that is keeping you back or holding you down that is external to you. So that's what I got for you.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you are the best. You are the best judgment of what you need or how you need to proceed. But just take what we say and then see how it fits in your life. Again, I just feel this energy that just is not a healthy environment, not a healthy energy around you. And you have to, if you're looking at anything positive, you've got to get rid of those negative energies. You have got to make sure that they are not driving your thoughts, your way of doing things. I mean, what happens is, it's funny. You'll have harmony for so long, and then somebody will come in and they'll bring chaos, and all of a sudden their chaos takes priority. And then you're making decisions based on chaos and not based on reason or rationality. And then all of a sudden you're out of your own zone, your own comfort zone. And now you're thinking, damn, now somebody else is, now I've surrendered my life. I've surrendered my situation to this. And that's what I'm saying is it, make sure that you understand that, and make sure that you understand the energies around you. And if you are feeling anything close to that, find out who it is and shut it down.
Put the salt outside your door. That'll keep negativity away. Put the salt outside your door. We haven't said that at all for, we haven't said that since the beginning of the month. But again, put salt outside your door. Just regular old table salt sprinkled outside the threshold of your door. Any doors that you're walking in and out of, put that salt on. That'll keep the negativity out. Sage your house to get rid of that stale energy. Anytime somebody comes over my house, they've been sick and they've been coughing, I sage when they leave. And then I do Palo Santo to bring in the good energy. Blow the cinnamon. There's so many different things you can do to get rid of negative energy around you. And it could be, one of the things I had to learn is sometimes people thrive in an environment of drama. And so you're trying to help them get out of this drama, and it pulls you into the drama. It pulls you down. And now you're carrying their cross or their drama too. Sometimes you have to allow them to stay in their little drama world, and you move on. You can listen to them, but you don't have to help them. Okay, that's what you want to do. Then if that's what you think that you want to do, then go ahead. You don't have to participate in it. You want to move across country and you want to do blah, 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 A, B, C, and D. I don't have to participate in what it is that you're doing. And I have given you my advice. You like the drama of it. So I'm going to allow you to dwell in your little bubble of drama, and I'm going to move on. I'm not going to keep pulling myself back down to your drama. So it could be that you're helping somebody that is in drama, or that you're still connected to somebody mentally that is in drama, and it's just around you. But the drama is around you, not necessarily that you're the source of it, but that there is drama around you.
Yep. So we wish you well there. Keep working on it, make it happen, and I'm sure that there'll be minus 33 Celsius. Oh, cheesy whiz. Kelly,
where do you live, Kelly? I'm never coming there.
Oh my gosh, negative 27 degrees.
Yeah. Where do you live? Like Antarctica? No, I'm never coming there, ever. Wherever you live, that is a state that I am taking off of my list.
It's definitely not Hawaii. Oh my goodness, Kelly, I don't know how you keep warm. You must have a husband who can make the engine roar, if you know what I'm saying, because sometimes when there's kind of cold, you need something to get you going. Lord have mercy. Holy crap. Jeez, whiz.
There's something about Skittles that they're showing me, or colored candy that you like. And I feel like first I heard new opportunities. So there is a new job coming. So be ready for that. Make sure your resume is up to date and that your skills are reflective of everything that you know. A lot of times we undersell ourselves. And so they're telling me to tell you to make sure your resume is up to date and kind of use Chat GPT to kind of help you out too, or look at resumes in the field that you want to go to, because I feel like an opportunity is coming up for you. And by May, you will be moving into this new career opportunity that will make you more money, and that will give you a little bit more elevation in the financial situation that you're living in or dealing with. So again, be ready for that. So I don't know when the opportunity is going to come, but by May, you will already be thriving in this position. So look forward to this new career opportunity that is coming up for you.
And be wary of people who come and decide to drop their drama on you, because it's amazing how many people will come and they will drop the drama on you and share it with you, and they're going through hell and it's the worst thing ever. And then 2 days later, you see them and they're happy again, and yet you're carrying their drama for them. It happens. And when it does, it's like, what? So keep that in mind. Don't carry don't carry somebody else's drama. Because that can be part of the problem as well. Who is next, Miss Angie?
I I know we've read Arkisha extensively on this job opportunity because I feel like she's asked us multiple times about this job opportunity and what they keep like they told me to ask you, have you declined a couple positions? Like, have you been offered something you decline it? Because I feel like we're going through the same cycle of, am I going to get the job? Am I going to get the job? And the confidence being up and the confidence being down, or are you just applying for a lot of things because you just really want to get out of the department you in? I don't feel like you have any direction as to exactly where you want to be. You're just kind of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks, Miss Arkisha. And so they're asking me to ask you, have you declined a couple jobs? Because I feel like you haven't declined anything. Because they're making it seem like you get all the way out there and then you pull back and you don't take it, or you get all the way out there and you decide not to do it. So this is either you not applying for it or talking yourself out of it or putting negative energy around whatever it is. And so they're saying, are you applying for what you really, really want? Or are you applying with just kind of like, well, I think I could do that. That's easy. Are you applying for what you really want or what you really qualified for, first of all? And I'm not getting a good vibe on whatever it is that you apply for because they're saying you set the bar too low. Like they're showing me like a one of those bars where you do where you go under, you do the how low can you go where you do the
Oh yes.
so they're showing me that and you set the bar too low.
Limbo, or something.
Get whatever it is. They're saying you set the bar too low and you need to raise the bar a little bit and apply for something that's a little bit more and that you're passionate about. You're trying to get out of this situation, but you're willing to take anything. And they're saying not necessarily anything, but you're willing to take whatever will get you out of that. And they're saying, have you set the salary that you want? Have you set the hours that you want, the department that you want? Do you want to work remote? Do you want to go in? What is it? Have you set the guidelines as to what you want so that you can move toward that? And so those opportunities can be presented to you. I don't feel like you have any passion or any kind of thing that'll hold you to whatever it is that you apply for. And I don't feel like you necessarily want this job. Like there's a passion, there's a connection to you really wanting this job. I feel like you're just doing it because it'll get me out of pot A, but it'll just put you in a pot B and you'll be in the same situation because you're not really going toward what you desire, but what will do for now is how they're showing it to me. So that's what I got from Miss Arkisha.
Okay. Super. Let's see who else is. Hey, Cody Werner. Coda Werner. Hey, Coda Werner. Let's give Coda. Coda, are you looking for a reading? I would love to give you a reading. Both of us would. Coda, by the way, folks, has a business selling stones and crystals and even some plants. He's one of our vendors at our most recent psychic fair. And it was I forgot the name of the business. It's Reliant something. I'm terrible. I should remember it. But anyway,
Myra, we're not going to do a love reading at all, or I'm not going to do a love reading. So
no, me neither.
You kind of snuck that in. I think you commented that we didn't give you a love reading last time, and then you snuck it in on a 2-part question. We're still not going to do a love reading.
Yeah, that's not going to work. Sorry.
This morning, Miss Bonnie would have done it for you easily.
Yes.
I tell y'all, this morning, Wednesday mornings before we come on, Miss Bonnie is on with Julie, and they'll do a love read. Listen, she'll read you to the heavens. She'll read everything about it. So you definitely in the morning is when you want to come through with your love reading. But the career part isn't bad for us. Whenever you're ready to start on Coda, Don, go ahead.
Well, I was just waiting to see if you wanted to. Coda, let us know if you want a reading, and we'll give you a reading. So let us know if it's a specific or if it's what natural realities. Yes, there you go, Julie. Hey, Julie, I didn't know you were in here. Nice to see you in too.
I saw her way back. She hasn't said a lot.
Nature's rarities. Yeah, nice.
I don't know if Coda wants a reading, but I got the Chariot, so there's victory in some situation that they're working toward. So whatever it is that you've been struggling with, it's been a slow journey because this is how I look. Listen, I don't ever want this chariot because this chariot is a snail, and that means that it's been a slow journey or it's going to be a slow journey. But I feel like you're at the end of the journey. It's been a slow ride to where you're trying to get to, and things are going to pick up. But I do see victory in whatever it is that you're moving toward or whatever you've been battling through. It's like you've been through the struggles of the of the fives, the chaos, the conflict, and now you're into that next thing that chariot is your victory, and you're in control of however it moves forward. So I do feel like you are going to get victory in whatever the situation you're going through. And then this is a transformation. Whatever you're going through seems to be a new endeavor, is a new you, because the death card came out. Not necessarily a death, but I like how they always show the skeleton. This and another set of cards that I use, they show the skeleton and then they show you pulling either you out or pulling out the new version of whatever it is that you're trying to do. So there's a transformation that is taking place in you and your career, and you're going to get victory. And there's just things blossoming for you in your life. So, Coda, whatever it is that you're working toward, there is going to be success in it, and there's going to be victory. And I heard the money's coming. Like you may not be seeing the return on your investment because they're showing me the Seven of Pentacles and it's upside down. So you haven't started to receive the return on your investment yet, but it's about to come. And then what do I get? The full card, just going all in. Like I feel like you took this journey. You just like, you know what, boss of the wall. We're gonna do it. We're gonna move forward with it, and whatever happens, happens. And now you're ready to see it. But that Seven of Pentacles is going from a reverse, and it's slowly coming back this way. So your victory is coming, your money is coming, seeing the results or the harvest is coming, but it's been a slow journey.
Super. Super. Let's see what else I get for him. Hey, Sherry Berry, nice to see you in. Okay.
It's weird that Arkisha says this is a job that she loved, because that's not the energy that I got. I didn't get that it was what she really wants to do, and she says that it is. So if it is, then put your focus on it. Like picture yourself getting dressed to go in to do that job. Set your plans as to how you would do the job. Speak that affirmation into place. My new job where I train new hires. I am grateful for my new position where I train new hires. I'm grateful for my new educational position. I'm grateful for the training opportunity that I get to help others. Speak those things into existence, and then that's where you'll get it, because your affirmations could clearly take you to the next level.
Coda, the first thing that came was the perseverance card, and it's like stay on path and just keep. This is not something that's resolved quickly. It's going to take some time. Be patient as you work through, and know that again, the perseverance is coming. That's exactly the snail is. See, yeah. So keep working through. It's going to be the destination is in front of you, but it's going to take a while. The Hermit card is here, so again, you're aligning with your path. So make sure you're doing, as you move forward, make sure you're doing things as you are aligned with your path. Don't go against the things that you're not comfortable with and it's not part of your path. You'll know when you're doing something that isn't quite aligned with you. So stay in alignment. And I love this card. Sometimes it's good to be the fool. Sometimes it's good to just.
Yep. We both got that, Don. Fool.
Yeah.
Go all in.
Yep, go all in. And sometimes it's good to just take a fresh look and a fresh start and just say, you know what? Let's make something new happen. Let's make something fresh happen. And let's just go for it, and whatever, safety to the wind, who cares, just caution to the wind, as they say. However, so yeah, that's the energy I was getting, which is wonderful. And ultimately, don't worry, it's going to work out, Coda. It's going to work out. It's all going to be good in the end, because the world card is there. So you have the support. And look at that, the Ace of Swords. The good part about this is it's teaching you to think a little differently than you did before. So, and that's never a bad thing, because sometimes our thoughts and our ideas need to be tested a bit, So that's what I'm getting. Be patient, keep persevering, but don't do anything that is outside
of that transformation.
Yes, exactly. Yep. But remember,
transformation and the Fool card, that's a new beginning. Yep. And that's an ending.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep. But it's part of the path. It's part of that process. It may not be the easiest or whatever, but it's part of the process. So know that. Who is next?
Myra Burgess asked for a question. She changed it to a career question. Nova wants a question.
Which Melissa.
One? I don't know that I'm drawn to anybody's specific energy. Are you drawn to any specific person, Don?
Um, Folks, if you're interested in a reading, let us know, because that way we can see the name and get the feeling of the energy that comes from it.
We do miss you, Miss Sherry Berry.
How about Beth Kelly? That name is ringing through to me. Beth, are you still here? Beth Kelly, if you're here, let me know you're still here, and we will read for you. And if anybody else wants a reading, again, chime in now so we can see the name and feel if there's a connection there.
Oh, you said Beth. Hello from California.
Let's go ahead and do California. That name, as soon as it popped up, was interesting. Agueda Gomez. Agueda, do you have a specific question or a general question?
Okay. I immediately saw a rope being wrapped around your hand that you're holding on to that is trying to pull away, and you need to let go. It's injuring your hand. Whatever the situation is that you're holding on to, you need to let go because it's crushing your hand, it's crushing your fingers, and you need to let go of the situation that you're holding on to so that you can receive the blessing that you want. Again, there's darkness on this side. I can't see who's pulling the rope or who's trying to pull it apart. And it could be your higher power saying, hey, I'm trying to take away this misery. I'm trying to take away this painful situation, and you're holding on to it so tight because it's something that you can feel. So they're saying you're holding on to whatever it is just because there's an emotional tie to it. You're holding on to the pain of it instead of letting go, letting it heal over. You're just salting the wound over and over again instead of letting it heal over and scab over. Although the scab will be ugly, it'll eventually be a fresh new layer of skin, and it'll be beautiful and the scab will fall off, but you have to let go. You won't let go of this situation that is causing you so much pain. And I don't know if it's a deceased loved one or the end of a relationship, but it seems to be something that you will not let go of. And they want you to to let go so that you can start the healing process so that you can move forward. They show me you like a wilted flower, like you've been burned or singed in the sun. And if you were to kind of get out of the sun or get out of the situation that you're in, you'll start to receive the moisture you need, the nourishment you need in order to start to grow and to flourish and to uh, and to renew. Like renew is the word that I'm hearing for you. So you just need to let go of this painful situation that you're holding on to so that you can get to the other side and find the joy. Um, Let me see if there's anything specific for your highest and greatest good. Let me see what card popped out. And it's the King of Wands. That's being in that leadership mind. Oh, and I love the red and how she looks in this. That's leadership. That's you making good, sound business decisions. You moving forward and with that passion and that fire and that creativity. It's you being ready to make the great decisions or to provide or to seek those things that are for your that are going to move you forward in a leadership opportunity. So there's definitely leadership on you. It's just your kind of smothering all of that creativity, all of that thing that you know logically with your heart space. Because whatever this is, it's a very emotional situation, and you're not using your logic or your passion or your creativity. You're stuck in a space, and then my throat is like it feels like a rock is in my throat because you're not communicating that you're in pain so that your higher power can go ahead and move you forward. But they see that you're in pain and they're trying to move you out of this situation. So you need to communicate that you're ready to move forward, that you're ready to let go, or that you're at least in some situation that is painful so that your higher power can help you and heal you and move you forward. Your heart space is very, very that heart chakra is very, very disturbed or grieved is how they're showing it to me. And I normally don't even get into the chakras, but they put a lump in my throat. So I feel like that's your communication and you're not speaking your piece or speaking to what you need to move into. And then Emperor, all you're getting is leadership thing. You are in a place where you are ready to you're in a place mentally and where your spirit guides think that you are ready to lead and to move forward, but this emotional situation is smothering that creativity, that passion, that leadership, that authority that you have, and making you seem small and keeping you down. And if you let go of that situation, you can move forward. So that's what I got for Agatha. She said her name is Agatha.
Okay, Agatha, I was getting something about a daughter. Do you have a daughter? And I'm getting do you have more than one? I'm getting two for some reason, but I'm getting the oldest one is the one who needs either some attention or they need some understanding right now. Do you have, again, at least one daughter, but maybe two? Again, I'm getting two, but the older one, again, who seems to be, uh, I don't know, she's going through something right now, and I get the feeling like she's not, she doesn't. I'm not saying she doesn't want to talk to you, but I don't think she thinks you understand, or that her name is Andrea. Okay, I think you need to have a conversation with her. I think you need but don't make it like let's sit down and have a conversation. I think you need to be doing something together. Maybe plan something, and then while you're out, get her to be comfortable and maybe start talking and chatting, and don't be surprised in that conversation, she turns to you and there's something in there, something that she needs to talk about, and somehow you can make it clear to her that she can tell you whatever, and that you're open without judgment. Because again, I just think she has something going on that she needs to have a conversation with, and you as a mom would want to know what it is. But the problem again is, as a mom, sometimes we're not the ones they want to go to. They'll go to friends, they'll go to a lot of other people, but not always the mom. So
Do you think that a loved one passed on? Like, I feel like they're all grieving.
no, I don't know what's up with her. I feel like I think something's going on at school or with a relationship at school or something. There's something about her that's just very heavy. And, but I don't know if it's a passing specifically. That could be the core of the starting the sadness or whatever. But there's still something dramatic there.
That's also that leadership. Like, maybe you need to step in and give the family some kind of direction.
Yeah.
Like, everybody seems to be kind of not having any direction, and you need to take it, because both of the cards that I got for her are very much leadership, and you need to step up.
Yeah.
Cards.
Yeah. So I would try to somehow. She was a preemie. I would, but she's not young. I mean, she's in school already, isn't she? I mean, if we're talking about the same person, because I'm getting the feeling like, again, she's in school. At least in school, but school is what I'm getting. And it's like, I don't know. It's interesting. She's 23. Okay, so she's out of school. I was getting school. I was getting something about school. Something about school.
And you guys didn't recently lose a loved one? Like, you're not grieving a loved one's loss?
Is she thinking about going back to school? Have you talked to her? Is she thinking about getting an education? Is she thinking about going back to school then? And maybe that's what she needs to talk to. She's going to take my role in my job, and I'm moving up. Okay. You may want to talk to her, because she may be thinking about going back to school, and maybe she'll do it. I don't know what she's going to do, but again, I'm getting school, the conversation. So maybe she'll talk to you about that. I don't know. But it'd be interesting to talk to her. The conversation is needed. There's something about education or school or something. But Angie's asking, did you lose somebody recently?
And Gina McCaffrey, we see your message.
We definitely see it. Yes. Anyway, that's what I'm getting. I think you need to have a conversation with her, because I think that there is a need for her to have an open and frank conversation, but it needs to just flow easy. You can't just make her sit down and have the conversation. You got to be doing something that allows her to feel comfortable to talk. Okay.
Oh, you just lost your brother. Because I feel the grieving, I feel the heaviness, I feel the loss, but I feel like it's kind of overshadowing, like you guys have not moved forward yet. And because you're looking at it in a negative of a loss, but think of the peace that your brother has found. Think of the the new ways that he can communicate with you on the other side, and stop seeing it as a negative thing and see it in the celebration of his life. And that's why I feel like you all are kind of stuck after the death, and you haven't moved forward yet, and so that's overshadowing everything, because that's, I feel like that's what you're holding on to and you won't let go. But if you try to transition to seeing him in a better light, in a positive light, the joy that he brought to you, the years of life that you had with him, then you'll be able to move over and let go of that grief. But I feel like you don't want to let go of the grief because you feel like you'll lose him. You won't lose him, you'll see him in another way. You'll be able to move forward in a more positive light, and then allow him to be in your presence in a positive situation, because you're grieving him so hard, you just haven't moved forward yet. So that's the grief that I see on you, or the sadness that I see on you, that won't let you all move forward. All right, who's next, Don?
I'll let you pick this time.
Let's go with Gina. She asked for a general, and I've never seen her name before.
Okay. Lord knows she made it clear she wanted a reading.
I'm not getting any images, so let me definitely go to the cards. Um, you're stubborn. I see that, because I do now see your arms folded across your chest. So you're being very stubborn about a situation that you're in. They're showing me that, and somebody's reaching out and trying to open your arms. It's a male energy, because it's a bigger person that I see, a very like a broad person that is trying to open your arms and get you to receive them. So there's a male that is trying to get you to stop being so stubborn and stop being so mad at them or upset with them. For one. Um, So let's see. But you have definitely decided that you're not moving on this situation, and that you're mad about the situation. And what I got was the Two of Wands. That's planning. That's you thinking about your options and and how you want to move forward. You're in the planning stage of, okay, the world is at my feet. These are all the things that I can do. And so your plans are on the right track. That is the one thing they're telling me. Your plans are on the right track. You are thinking in the right direction. And then the star card is this is your wish. This is you putting your wishes out there. You want, this is what I want. This is how I want to do it. So you're planning and you're wishing, and they're saying that you're moving in the right direction. So you are on that path correctly. They said your career will pick up. Don't worry about that. And your next opportunity will be a great opportunity. Something about 5 years. Either you'll be there 5 years, or you've been trying for 5 years to get into this. And this is the Wheel of Fortune. All these are good cards for you. The Wheel of Fortune, I like the way they do it with all these gears, because this is everything working out in your favor. These are all the gears of fortune grinding and grinding and going into your favor. And this is red. I like the power of the red. So the Wheel of Fortune, which means things are turning into your favor. And then the star card, which means your hopes and dreams and achievement. This is you wishing upon a star. This is your hopes and your dreams and things. You having that optimism to look forward to something else. And then this is you planning. You are very much what we've been talking about tonight. You know what you want. You're taking steps to move toward it. And then this is your higher power saying, you know what, we're going to move you to that. This is definitely going to work in your favor. So I feel like whatever this job is, either you're going to be there for 5 years, or you've been trying to get into it for 5 years. There's something about a five, and there's conflict in it, but that's about to move. Move. You're about to be out of that, Miss Gina. And they really want to assure you that, the struggle that you've been through, and that mindset of, oh my gosh, I get so excited about it, and then there's a letdown. I get so excited about it, and then there's a letdown. They want you to know that that's going to be moved too. You're actually going to start seeing things that you've asked for, that you've hoped for, come to fruition. So stop thinking, or stop being worried that, oh my gosh, I'm excited about it, and then it's going to be a letdown. So your opportunity is going to come to you, and it's going to work out in your favor. And then the next thing I got is the Empress. And that is beautiful. The Empress, that's that being in your power, understanding your femininity, understanding that you are in control, and that you can move things forward, and how you can make these decisions. I always feel like the Empress is a little bit more higher than the Queen. Like, she's evolved to the next level of, whatever her position is. And so you're ready to move forward and all your ducks are in a row. And you're ready to get some blessings that are move forward. There's
And
something about
and she's fertile.
oh,
Where the queens aren't, but the empress is fertile, and that means new and birth and vitality. So
I usually hate to say that because people think, oh, kids. And so, but that is, again, God birth.
yeah,
Usually is birth. And in some decks, like her belly is the world. And so she's birthing something, not necessarily a baby, but it's just opportunities and things that are coming your way. So I do feel like things are about to turn around. All the things that you've been going through for maybe the last 5 years are about to, move you forward. So that's what I got for Miss Jean.
okay. Gina, I'm also getting education with you as well, or was it your education I was picking up? I don't know, because I'm getting education with you as well. Are you? And so, um, are you in school? Are you in some kind of training program, or have you just finished up a training program and that's how you got the job that you got? Because I'm getting training with you as well.
Oh, that's what the 5 years is. She hasn't worked for 5 years. Oh, okay. Because I'm like, I see a 5. Okay. I like that.
Yeah. So you're currently in school. Okay. So, and since you were popping up in the middle of the other one, I wonder if that was the school that I was picking up because you were popping up while I was reading the other one. Anyway, but no, the good part is that's the reason. Yeah. You need to step up. You need to step up with your education. You need to get your shit together. Excuse my French. And you need to, because you are, you, you need a change. You need a change, and this education will bring you that change. So you have got to, and again, you have the Empress, which is Angie showed you. It's you. It's on you. You can't look at anybody else and say, okay, that's whatever. You got it. It's on you. You've got it. You can make it happen. You're the Empress. You can make magic happen. You can give birth to a new life. You can give birth to a new opportunity. You can give birth to a whole many things. Not a whole many. That's good English, right? Anyway, but a number of
You
things.
know what you meant?
Exactly. So, so what I'm saying is get your stuff together. Make sure that your focus is finishing school and having that as a stepping stone to an opportunity. And I don't want excuses. Your spirit guides don't want excuses. They're bringing the schooling to my attention to talk to you, to give you a wake up call. So get your stuff together. Start working in earnest toward getting caught up, getting to the point where you can prepare yourself to graduate and move on to your career, because your life will change with this. Your life has not been your life. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, I'm even seeing at one point were you domestically abused, or did you grow up in a household with domestic abuse? Because I'm seeing that as part of the way of kind of beating you down, and not just physically beating you down, but beating you down as in worth, not knowing your worth, not knowing your value. And when you start pushing forward, when you start making headway forward, your subconscious kicks in and says, I'm not worthy. I don't deserve this. I'm not good enough because of some of that. And I could be wrong, and you don't have to express it if you don't want to. But again, I'm getting a domestic violence situation that led to some of this. Abusive relationship and mentally beat down by my family. Absolutely. There you go. I felt that. And so what happens is subconsciously, when you start making a move to break the pattern and to get out from that, when you're changing and you're evolving, your subconscious slips in and says, I'm not worthy, or I'm not good enough, or whatever. And you need to break that cycle. One of the best ways to break the cycle is by getting that education, by finalizing your education, getting the certificate or degree, and telling yourself, you know what? I've proven them wrong. I've proven the subconscious wrong. And this is the neuroplasticity I speak about often. Retrain the brain. Retrain the brain to say, I am worthy. I earned this. I have value. And not that you have value within a relationship. The relationship means nothing. Not that you have value because you have a bank account. Not that you have value because you have a job. Not that you have value because you have a car. You have value because you are you. That plain and simple, because you are you. You bring something to the universe that no one else does. You are the only one of you in this world. So own this. Own this. Reprogram yourself and make sure that you understand that you have value. Make sure that you appreciate, respect, and encourage yourself, and don't allow yourself to fall prey to the, oh, I'm not worthy. Oh, I'm not. And again, it's a subconscious thing more than conscious. Okay. So get back to school, get back to focusing on school. You're already in school, but get back to focusing on school, figure out how you catch up, and then figure out how you move ahead, because this is breaking a cycle and you need to break the cycle. You need to move on. That's what I'm getting. So there you go, Angie.
But you know what, Don? I really feel like her mindset has changed. All of her cards were good. Like, even though she's gone through all of that, I feel like she's already there. Like, she's already changed her mindset. And because she's even willing to even look at what it could
Yep.
be on the other side, look at see it from a different perspective. The Wheel of Fortune is coming for her. The
Yep.
Empress. All of these are great cards where you're making choices. You're planning in the Two of Wands. You're wishing in the Star card. You don't know what's going to happen, but you're hoping. Like, what if it does happen? What if I get it? It could possibly be. None of these are bad cards. These are all things where you've taken control of your mental capacity,
Yep.
and you're ready to see it from a new perspective. I love that you are really, really ready, and you've already mentally made that change. Sometimes we have to fight with people and tell them, you need to change your way of thinking. You're already there. You're already ready to move forward. Your cards are good. You are really, really, really on the path to do it, and keep believing, keep seeing those affirmations.
Yes.
I don't think we put it up tonight, but Don, can you put the affirmation up?
Absolutely.
And just keep saying it. Lots of mornings I wake up, and before I get out of the bed, before I even decide what my day is going to be like, I say that affirmation like it is crazy. And a lot of times when I get out of bed, I'll lay in the bed for half an hour and just repeat that affirmation. I believe in infinite abundance. I am so grateful that all my wants and needs are met. I believe in the infinite abundance. I am so grateful that this is going to be a great meeting today. I am so grateful that all the information that I need, I'm going to receive. And sometimes I just have to talk myself into a great day and be ready for it. And that's what I want you to know. Just start saying your affirmations and believe that it'll happen, and you'll start seeing the the benefits of everything happening in your life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So again, don't let the subconscious slip in. Keep working on it. Keep driving forward. Get yourself back on track in school so you can graduate and you can break the cycle. You can break the cycle. You need no one else but you. You are the most important person, and make that happen. Make that be the case. Okay. There you go. And you've overcome so much already. I mean, that's the thing, is Angie made that point very clear, and so has Myra. You've overcome so much already. So there's nothing you can't do. When you set your mind to it, there's nothing you can't do. That's what I truly believe. All righty then. Who is next?
Let me see. Why is everybody texting me while we're online? Like, you guys don't even see me online. Let's see. Who did we just do? Was that Myra?
Gina.
That was Gina. We could do Myra.
When you said Gina, it makes me think of Martin. Martin.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, I love them.
They were just on the Emmys the other day.
Exactly. I saw that. And everybody kept asking, was Martin okay? Because he seemed like he had some kind of medical condition, but he said he was fine. But he did look like he had maybe suffered some kind of medical condition, and that he was
Yeah, even the way he talked was kind of a little not Martin. And it was funny that Gina, the one who played Gina, that she spoke so much, because, she and he had the legal issues before too, and all that other stuff. So I was like, wow, this is his show and he's not talking much. I was kind of wondering.
Yeah. Like, a lot of people was like, does he have had he had a stroke or something? Like, even in the last movie he was in, I felt like, he was a little bit not himself.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, because he is so natural and comfortable in front of a camera.
It felt like he was really thinking before.
Yes, exactly. Like he had to work to find the words, and it was like he never did that before. He could just, I mean, that stuff flowed. He was, I'm sure I would love to see some of the outtakes of that show, because I'm sure he flowed, and sometimes they said, no, that's not going to work, and then he tried again, and each time was a different thing,
I love it. Like when they used to do those behind the scenes shows or those outtake shows of the
Yep.
best of Mark. I used to love those because it's still funny. And so many years later, we are still watching the replays of it, just like the Golden Girls. Some of those things are classic, and you cannot recreate that chemistry anywhere. They were
Yeah.
groundbreaking.
And it's funny because, up through the entire show, I cannot remember Tommy ever saying where he worked. Yet he always supposed to work, That was like a going thing. It's like, does he really work? Or because, he's,
He be like, I work in a big black building over there. And he was like, but I got a new job. I now work in a big white building across the street.
yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I used to laugh at so much because it was like nobody ever knew where Tommy worked. The rest of them, they knew.
So, Miss Myra, I was about to start your reading. They told me to get the Light Seers deck out. So I'm going to get that deck out for Miss Myra Burgess and see what they're telling me regarding you.
And Myra wanted career, was it?
Yes. Initially, she asked for love and career, but we'll focus on career.
Exactly.
Let's see what we have for Miss Myra's career.
And folks, don't forget to hit those like, share, subscribe, and follow buttons, because you don't have to pay us for anything. This is the way of paying us. It's just showing some love and attention with those buttons. So
Little Possessed, we see that you are in there. We do see your message in here. We can see you. The way that we're just picking people that we're drawn to energetically and reading them. You can post a question and we'll try to get to you if we're drawn to you. But we do see your message. But for Myra, I immediately, when I asked what's for your highest and greatest will for your career, I got the 10 of Cups. And so that's wish fulfillment. That's an emotional joy. That's you getting something that you have been desiring for a while, and you've been working hard at it, because I got the 8 of Pentacles, and that's you putting in the work. That's apprenticeship. That's you working at your craft, working at your trade. And that could be school. That could be actually working in your industry. That could be you just learning about or researching. But I do feel like you've been working hard, and that your emotional fulfillment is coming, or you're going to get the joy that is tied to whatever it is that you're asking for in your career arena. I feel like you haven't decided which way you're going to go, or you're either fighting, because the moon card is that intuition. It's intuition, but it's also that fight between the spiritual and the cardinal, your spiritual you and your physical you. So you're either having a fight between those two. So like spiritually, this is what I want to do, but physically in my reality, this is what I'm having. But they're saying to trust your intuition. This is very much an intuition card, a Pisces card. So you really do need to trust your intuition a little more and believe in the things that you're feeling and receiving. That is literally your higher power communicating to you. I feel like there's a physical reaction that your body receives. Like when I'm doing a reading and I'm wondering if I'm getting the reading right because they're not responding, they'll give me goosebumps. So they'll give me a physical reaction to calm me down and to give me confidence and to know that I am on the right track with that person, whether they're telling me I'm on track or not. So they're saying definitely trust your intuition. Again, this is that 7 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, this is good. You got the 8 and the 7. So your apprenticeship, your hard work is being shown. And then these are the things that you've planted. I love the way that they do this. You planted all these little seeds here, and then look at it growing up. This is you waiting. They did it through the watch because you've been waiting on this to come up. And now all of those little seeds that you planted, all those things that you've done, all that hard work that you've been doing is coming together. You're going to get your harvest. This is that joy that's coming up. So career wise, I feel like some good things are coming for you. Some good opportunities are coming for you. And they're saying, don't doubt and don't think, well, it hasn't come thus far, or it hasn't been this good. Don't think about your past. Think about the things that are coming for you in the future. They're saying, stop hanging on to the losses and the regrets of the past and see it for the future. I feel like that was speaking to me in this situation, because a lot of times they'll be like, Angie, blah, 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 is about to happen. I'll be like, what the last time you told me? Because I am not the person who forget. My spirit guides know. If you told me something that didn't happen and you tell me something that's going to happen, I'll be like, but the last time you told me this was going to happen, it didn't. So I feel like this is them saying, Stop holding on to the things that you did not get in the past, and look forward to the things that are coming forward. You can't, the reason we say this all the time, the reason the windshield is bigger than the rear view is because you need to focus on where you're going forward, not what's behind you, and not the losses, not the things that happened to you in the past, but the good opportunities that are coming your way. Another great card, Nine of Cups, is wish fulfillment. You got the 9 and the 10 of Cups. You got the 7 and the 8 of Pentacles. All good things are coming towards you for regarding your career, but you have to trust your intuition and know that the decisions that you're making are good. As far as this relationship, you're wondering if you should go back. You're wondering if you should stay. You're wondering if this is the best opportunity for you. And I just don't feel like it. I literally feel like this person is holding your head underwater and you're struggling to fight to get out. And now that you're kind of disconnected from this, or that you're moving on, you're able to trust your tuition. You're able to get all of these good things. And it could be that you weren't receiving the blessings because you were with someone who wasn't worthy of the blessings that were coming towards you. And now that you've disconnected from that person, you can, your intuition is telling you this is a good decision. You know it, but that heart space is telling you, oh, you're going to be lonely. Oh, you're not going to have anybody. Oh, you're not going to have anybody to spend your future with. And they're saying no. Trust your intuition. Know that it was the right decision, and watch things unfold for the betterment of your life. So that's what I got.
This is for Myra, right?
Yes.
Myra. What am I getting for Myra? Myra, is your, no, yep, no. Myra, your mother and father are both on the other side. Are they both over there, or because I'm kind of picking up on both? Did your mother and father cross over, and are they on the other side? If one did not, let me know one. But I'm getting both of them over there. So they're both. Yes, they're both. Yes, they are both over there. Right? Okay. Now your dad was the last to go, because I'm getting the feeling like she went first, and then he was like, yeah. But he's been gone a while. I know he's been gone a while. I never knew my mom and my dad passed away.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So you never knew your mom, and then your dad passed away. Okay. And your dad's been gone for, it's been a while though. It's like, it's just a few, it's not been, has it been like, geez, 4 or 5 years? Has been gone maybe 4 or 5 years? Your dad last. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, well, it's energy. Yeah. Cause his energy's here. Was he? Yeah. His energy's here. But it's energy. I'm feeling them both. I mean, I'm feeling them both here. He seems to be the more dominant energy here. And I'm just trying to connect to him and to see what it is he wanted to convey with his visitation. He said it's not a birthday for him, and it's not around a time of passing. So which is interesting. I always ask that question: is it her birthday? And he's saying your birthday's like in April or something. So he's like, no, it's not your. Is that right? Your birthday's in April? Because he's like, yeah, her birthday's in April, and it's not his birthday. And he passed what in like. Yeah, he passed, and was it a December time? I don't know, but is it right? Your birthday's in April? Because again, he's not coming in for the birthday, which is why I'm asking why.
Is it just a pride thing? Like he just wants
March,
her to
okay.
pride that he's proud of her?
I don't know. I think it could be. I'm just trying to figure him out, because I'm like, Dad, tell me something. But because it's interesting, because I go through all these questions in my head with him. So March is April. Okay, so we're close, which is good. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, because it wasn't your birthday. It wasn't an issue with that, and it's not around the time of his passing. That's not an anniversary that he's celebrating either. So I'm asking him what is it he wants to say. He's just. You'll probably know this more than I. This might make sense to you. I get it's more of this feeling of you just needed to know. You were here, and you just needed to hear and know that he's around you and that you're loved. It's like you get lonesome sometimes, and he sees you in the house, and sometimes you feel lonesome, or you feel just kind of I don't know. I wouldn't say unloved. I don't think that's what he's trying to convey, though it seems to come across that way. I think he feels that sometimes you feel just kind of alone. You feel isolated. And he wants you to know that when you're feeling alone, he's there. And he's just wants you to know that you're never alone. You're never alone. Now, your mother, it's interesting because did he have thinning hair or bald on top? Because I'm kind of getting that image of him. All love that's so true. Loneliness, yes. Disconnected, yes. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah. Did your mom? He's showing me something, and I don't know exactly what it means. Are you having a little bit of a pot belly right now, or did your mother have a pot belly? Because he's showing me a little bit of laugh, and when she laughed, I think it's like your mother had a little bit of a pot belly or something. Because when she laughed, it kind of jiggled a little bit, and I don't know why he's showing me that. Or are you having some conscious issues about your belly or your weight right now? Because he's showing me like the belly will move a little bit when she laughs. So so I don't know if it's your belly or your mother's belly. And did your mom make cookies? Did your mom make a special kind of? I never knew my mom. Yes, my little way. Okay, so you make cookies. So are you the one that makes cookies then? Do you have a special kind of cookie or a special cookie recipe that people like? Because I'm getting this thing about cookies, and again he's telling me about cookies. So are the cookies yours, or do you make the cookies, or is there a certain type of cookie that you like and that maybe he liked or something? Because he's talking about the cookies. He's showing me the cookies. I never knew my mom ever. She gave up. I understand that. But let's get to the cookies now. Go back to. Let's get to the cookies, because the cookies are in my head, and it's like, why is he showing me cookies? So, do you bake a special kind of cookie, or are you known for a special kind of cookie, or are you somebody who loves a certain cookie that you buy? But it registered with him because he's showing me the cookie, so for him it's special. Do you know of what I'm talking? Is there a cookie that rings a bell with you? I'm learning with my grandbaby. Okay, to make cookies. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, I like that. So he knows this. Of course, he's watching over. So it's kind of funny that, yeah. So, oh wait, yes. Okay. What am I waiting for? Oh yes, wait.
Yes, he knew about the cookie. Come on, Myra, type faster than that. You put some low messages in there. Come on now.
Exactly. Anyway, wait, my aunt, yes. Your aunt, yes. Okay. Anyway, the point is he's here. He's watching over you. When you are lonely, remember you're never alone. He is with you, and that he is always with you. Do not despair. Don't be surprised if, and I wonder, is it like, did he have, is there a special recipe? Maybe actually Kelly was asking. Yeah, it's something is like about the cookies. And again, either he liked them, or I don't know. When he was ill before he passed, did you bring him treats like that, cookies? Because maybe that's what he's showing me. I don't know. But the point is this: most importantly, know that when he came in, he didn't come in because there was anything specific. He just wanted to let you know that he's there with you, that you're never alone, and that Dad's with you. Dad will always be with you. So remember that when you think that you are, when you think you are disconnected, or when you think you're alone, you're not. That someone is there with you. And again, because he's not in physical form does not mean he's not there. And she there too, even though you never knew your mom. I'm telling you, she's over there with him. He knows this. He's with her. And so they know each other over there, and they're watching over you. Okay. So So anyway, that's what I'm getting. So, and continue to learn with the grandchild. Continue to learn to make the cookies, because he's watching over that too. And he just it's bringing him joy. So know that he's watching and loving the fact that you are having a great relationship with your grandchild. That's important to him. That's really important to him, because remember, that's his great grandchild too. But more importantly, I think he wants to experience. I think he wants you to experience what he had with his grandchildren. Okay. So there you go, Myra. Thanks for coming in and giving us that energy. I did not expect the mediumship read. No problem, Myra. Sometimes that's how it works when we do readings. Some information, because it doesn't fall within the way in which we kind of compartmentalize things, we don't connect, and then later on we're like, oh shit, I knew that. What am I thinking? And I'm a prime example. I went to see John Edwards. And John Edwards was, when he first started pointing and connecting to an energy, I'm like, that's my dad. That's my dad, because he was talking about this, that, and the other. And then finally he came to my son sitting right beside me, and he says, you. And my son's like, what? And he said, yeah, you. Do you have this? Do you have a Karen or something like that who passed over? And my son's like, no. And I'm like, Carol, your grandmother. I mean, not Carol crossed over, but you're someone on this side. And he's like, I said, Carol. And he's like, yeah. Well, her husband is on the other side. Is that your grandfather? And he's like, and it was me. I'm like, hello. And then so I stood up, and then he's asking me questions, and then I'm like, no, I missed it. And then I'm like, oh yeah. So even me, who's been through this myself on my own experiences, I sat there in front of him, and at first I didn't make the connection, because my mind was already going in a different direction. So believe me, we understand. Angie and I both have been through that with people, and we've been through that with ourselves, and we know. So we don't, Myra, it's but wonderful for you, Myra, to walk away from today knowing that he loves you, he's there with you, and when you feel that lonesomeness, you're not alone. You're not alone. Okay? So what's that for, Angie?
I was looking at, I think it's Ayana. She put she wants a full paid reading. Like we can hit one of them subjects, but we're not hitting all of those.
Exactly. Oh, thank you, Myra.
Oh, Myra, I'm glad we got to you. You've been in the chat. You've been patient. You are not overbearing. I hope that helped you out and you got exactly what you wanted. Hey, Cassandra. Where you want to go now? Well, Ayana is very vocal, so she's in here.
Yeah. Let's go with her. And let's go with see if she
Ayana.
You want to do her legal troubles, or you want to just do general?
Hey, Alexa, and I'll do well, whatever comes up. But I'm looking for or tapping into general, and then whatever comes up. So
okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Oh man.
Alexa, I know we're not reading you, but I see a moving truck. Are you packing up to move? Did you relocate, or are you planning to move? If so, then go ahead. It's a good thing. They literally showed me a moving truck. But back to Miss Ayana. Let's see what's for her highest and greatest good, or what she needs to know.
Alexa's house burnt. Her apartment burnt.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. She lost everything. Everything.
And I feel like it's giving her the chance to just move on, to just totally relocate to somewhere else.
Yeah. Yep.
Ayana. Is it Ayana? Are we saying it right? Is it a Iyana? Miss Ayana? Are we saying it right? Oh, she just moved. Okay, because I saw the moving truck. Okay, it's blessed. And they're saying you don't have to worry about it. Miss Alexa, your house is like a sacred space. You don't have to worry about spirits attacking you there. It's a sacred space. You've cleansed it and you've cleaned it. They're showing me the selenite. I don't know if you put selenite pieces in there, but it's fine, Miss Alexa.
I was visualizing Tangina. This house is clean.
Now, don't make me pull that movie out and find it and watch it. Don't make me watch it. Okay,
I love that movie. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, it's Poltergeist, and it's amazing. It's a wonderful movie.
These cards for Miss Ayana. So let's see what it is. If you have anything, Don, you can go ahead. Because I'm focusing on job, or that's where it's taking me to. And I see her packing a box up, like she's sitting in a cubicle, and I see her packing her box up to leave, but it doesn't feel like she's being put out. It feels like she's deciding to get up and go. Like, I just don't have to take this. I don't like the hours. I don't like the pay. I don't like anything about it. I'm ready to move on, um, regarding her employment. And then the card that came out first was a full card, and that's just you just deciding, you know what, I've had it. I'm ready to go. I'm going to jump into. I don't know where I'm going into or what's going to be better, but I'm ready to move on. So that's a full card. That's a new beginning, and that's you just trusting your higher power, ready to move forward. Then I got the Four of Swords, which is you needing that rest, that mental rest, or your hopes, or it's your fears and anxieties that are taking over. But in this card, it's so leisurely, like you're resting on the moon. And to me, it feels like you need a little mental rest. You need to just kind of relax and allow yourself to connect with your higher power. They're showing me you being outside and kind of walking or enjoying the outdoorness, or you need to start enjoying it. And then I got the the King of Cups, which is you dealing with an emotional situation, but you being in control of it. Like you're really opening that door, and finding some peace with this emotional situation, or with a situation that was really a heart over a head situation. You're trying to navigate through it, and you've really gotten a little bit of control on it. So get a little bit of rest, meditate, and find your and find that connection to your higher power. Like you really feel like a spiritual or a very religious person. You're just not listening to the cues that are coming to you or the things that are being said to you. Like I feel like you'd be like, something told me I shouldn't have did that. But something that told you was your higher power. Something told me that I should just leave. Something told me that I should just apply for this job. That something is your higher power, and you need to connect to that and question it and allow it to guide you. And then I got the Page of Wands, and if that isn't like, I like the way they do it with the magnifying glass. He's looking. He's a sleuth. He's looking for clues. He's looking for information. This is new opportunity. This is somebody bringing you information about a new thing that's coming up. So pages are usually represents a younger person or a younger energy or something. But this is you getting more information about a new opportunity, something that's passion, that's creative. It's you being open to things that are coming towards you. And so for your career, I feel like it's all about you deciding to connect with your higher power. All of yours really seems like connecting, understanding that where this information is coming from, and listening to that inner voice that is to you, but drowning out everybody else, like putting a shield over you. Like I feel like you kind of ask, oh, like I'm thinking about taking this other job, or I'm thinking about doing this, and then people kind of discourage you, and you're like, oh no, well maybe I should do it. And I feel like your higher power is putting a dome over you so that you can't get out and ask these people because they're discouraging you, or they're telling you what they would do, and this is not their path, this is not their purpose. You know your purpose, you know which way you want to go, and you need to do it your way. Are you thinking about doing something in the service industry? Because they're showing me this show that I used to watch called The Game, and they're showing me the Brandy character where she was like, she wanted to open a spa, like a personal spa, and you're in your Empress energy, which means that you are ready to make that decision. You know your power, you know what you can do. You're birthing an idea. Oh, I like that. Remember, Don, we said that earlier, birthing an idea. And this is the information coming up about the new opportunity or about the creativity and creating that new opportunity. And so I feel like you are ready to move forward. But they're showing me something that is in the service industry. Like they're showing me this spa, or they're showing me this new business that you're opening, and it's you enjoying the things that you do, and so it's just like you going all in, and taking this opportunity to create what it is that you want, the joy that you bring, or whatever it is that you enjoy doing. So it's all in you connecting to your higher power, making the decision to move forward, and then the doors will just open for you. Like you, that emotion, the emotion that you're feeling isn't the emotion of like that's weighing you down. It's the emotion that's fueling your passion to help you move forward. Like the things that are connected to you that bring you joy, that's the direction that you're trying to go. And that's what you need to focus on. And that's how you need to move forward. So that's what I got for Miss Ayana. Miss Ayana, I don't even see you in the comments. You was just typing paragraphs. Now you ain't answering none of our questions. Like I want to know, is the job that you're seeking like in a service industry or the big? Okay, so spot on. I just quit a job, moved on to a new city, have no idea what I'm going to do. Oh, but it's coming. It's coming. That's that Fool card. It's coming. Everything is coming. So just take this time to regroup.
Ayana, did you have to file bankruptcy? Is there a bankruptcy situation happening here? Because I see the finances are a mess. And I see a new start, which I'm glad because you said the new place makes sense for the new start. Um, but man, Lord, I see a lot of mess left behind. And I see you trying to clean it up, which is nice. Um, but it seems overwhelming. I feel like you're kind of overwhelmed. That's the word. It keeps coming. Overwhelmed. You're overwhelmed by some of this, and know that it's going to get better. You're going to work through this. But man, you definitely a new start. This is two aces. Look at this: the ace of coin and the ace of cups. So this location is going to be a happy move for you. It's going to be an opportunity for you to um, to again a new start and a new way of being, a new happiness. Okay, because you've got to move on. You definitely needed to move on. You definitely needed to get beyond where you are. Um, and I'm getting the feeling of balance. I'm getting the feeling like you were out of balance. That you were you knew that where you were and how things were going weren't working, but you tried. You tried to work. You tried to fix it. You were again. You felt you can fix it. You can work with it. You can do whatever, and you realize eventually it was just too much. So you got over your head to a point where you could not anymore. And I understand that. Um,
I
um,
don't necessarily think she's ready to be like to do the program for the addict yet because I see her
no,
saying that you need a little bit more recovery time.
yeah, she's not in balance yet. She's got to get the balance first, and so she's still not quite balanced. She and but you're definitely you've gotten a fresh start, and that's important. So, but again, this is going to be work. This is not going to be fun. It's going to be work, and it's going to test you. It's going to put you through some things. But yeah,
I see maybe her working at or volunteering at a place like that, and then getting some ideas, learning how to run a business like that, learning the tricks and the trades, and then opening her own later. Because I do see you having your own program or your own business, but they're showing me 2 to 3 years. I just don't feel like you're totally ready to do that.
yeah, you still have some healing to do before you start working with others. Before you start taking the time, make sure that you're working with yourself. Make on yourself. Start not with on yourself. Make sure you're working in yourself, on yourself, and that you are addressing the needs that you have. Because again, you've got to find the balance, and I think that is probably the key to what's going on with the rest of you. And um, yeah,
Oh, you clearly understand. And I was just about to say you need to find a support group
yeah,
that is that'll help you, encourage you to move forward. But I feel like you're gonna get a lot more out of that volunteering than just volunteering. You're literally
oh yeah,
gonna get information like, oh, well, I like these things that they do, but I don't like these things to do. And keep a notebook and make like a business plan or like kind of best practices, things that you really do like. And so that when you're ready to step out on that, you'll have a guidebook to help you move forward.
exactly.
Oh my gosh. She said so she said cosmetology and skincare. The show that I was watched, the lady, her name, she wanted a place called Spa Dene. And it was a spa, like skincare and hair care and things like that. It was called Spa Dene. And it was from a show that I was watching, and that's what they were showing me. This person opening a spa, and that's what it was to help people with things like that.
Right on target. Right on target.
Yes, the game, no, but you know exactly what I'm talking about, girl. All right, she started school for journalism. I immediately got a no on journalism. I don't feel like that was the direction that you want to go. And she said she went into cosmetology. You really like to make people look beautiful and make them feel good about yourself. So you want to help in any capacity you could do it in. And so those are all good things. But they're telling you to fall back on the skills that you know to make the money that you need. And then as you stabilize a little bit more and have a little bit more clean time, then you can start moving forward and how you want to do your own business. So
Yeah,
that's
you
all I
you
got from
you
Ayana.
definitely have taken the right step, the first step, which is again important.
That Empress energy. You are very much in command. You know the power that you have. You're ready to birth something. The information is coming to you, and I feel like the information is coming through that you volunteering or you researching or you looking, being in contact with people who do what you want to do. And so they're saying, enjoy this rest. You don't have to, like really rush into it. Enjoy this rest. And then when you're ready, as you move forward, things will start to line up for you. So you're doing very good. TikTok and Facebook, best place to market. That is true, Nova. Literally, I tell people it is so much free marketing. Like you could go on there and just cut hair on TikTok and show somebody a TikTok video, and they're like, "Oh, I like it." Because a lot of times I'll see people doing stuff, cooking the food that I like, or providing a service that I like, and I'll be like, "Oh, well, let me see if they doing it. Let me see how much they're charging for it, or how I can order their product, or how I can do whatever." And we're voyeurs. We like to see people doing stuff, and so we could just watch you do hair or do a skincare routine, and then we're ordering what it is that you're saying, or we're buying what it is that you're showing us that you make or that you do. So and that costs you nothing. All you got to have is a camera and the wherewithal to get on online and just kind of put the videos up there. So go ahead and do that. Even go live and talk about skincare or addiction, or start a group with people online, where you can have a support group with people and then watch that grow. There's so many different avenues you can go that will give you advertising and help you to move forward.
Hmm. Yeah, social media has really, it's like become a balancing. It's like balanced out a lot of, it took all the power from the people who have, and gave it to everybody. So everybody now can communicate, they can reach out, and they can express themselves, which I think is wonderful. Where before our voices were quieted because
You
you
didn't
know
have the money, or you didn't have the platform, or
exactly.
you didn't know how to get started. And now, literally, just turn on the camera and get to talking, and a lot of people will listen to you, um, because you're sincere about what you're saying, or you have something that they enjoy watching.
Exactly. Yep.
Literally in the morning, when all of our group is on, I just sit there and absorb the positive energy. I just like to hear some of the things they're saying, not necessarily for the reading, just the positivity of the group of people that we're in.
Yeah.
Oh, Miss Nova said, or go live with people showing how to do hairstyles with head up info on what they need to what they need for the live. So all of those things are popular ways that you can do. Just telling your story on live. You won't know how many followers. TD Jake's daughter said in her misery, because remember, her dad was TD Jakes and she got pregnant at 14 by another person in church. She said she started a blog just to kind of express herself, and it turned into a lot of people coming in telling them how they shared her trauma, her sorrow, and the grief that she was going through. And so that's how she kind of built her platform, just telling her story. And you could just tell your story, and that could be another way to connect with people and to build your platform and to get people to know who you are and the services that you provide or what you're looking to do, or even give you advice on how to do it. A lot of times people come in and be like, oh, you could connect with this person, you could do this, you could do that. And a lot of times that's what we do in here too in our resources, is tell people how to get to other stuff. So there's lots of opportunities that social media will give you. Oh,
Absolutely.
you've been reading Sarah Jake's books, and it's funny because that's the name that they gave to me. And she's really good. She's a dynamic speaker, and she really does motivate you in her own way. So that's what I got from Miss Ayana. I hope it really helps and helps you to move forward. But I see nothing but success and good things coming forward for you as long as you stay in this mindset of I could do it. I know my power. I'm focused on where I want to go.
Yep. Absolutely, absolutely, and know that you're not alone. I know this sounds. I don't mean to insult you, but if you think your journey is you're the only ones ever did that journey, I guarantee you are mistaken. Your journey, so there may be components of the journey and aspects that are very unique to you, but I guarantee the journey that you're going on, the journey you've been on, and the journey that you will see in front of you, many people have walked that journey, have crawled that journey, have suffered that journey, And so the good part is sometimes by reaching out and having conversations with people, you wind up finding people who've been there and they can help you navigate knowing that you are not alone. So there you go. Hey, Miss Wendy, nice to see
I
you
was
in.
just gonna say, hey, Miss Wendy, how are you doing?
I love me, Miss Wendy. I love Miss Wendy.
Yes.
She's one of the
Um,
most calm, just she always has peace and calmness and positivity. You know, it's like one of the few people in the world that has that about them. Every time when I'm around her, I feel like, damn, I'm feeling good. So whatever she needs to bottle that energy up and sell it. Absolutely. Who is next, Miss Angie?
I got into Miss Nova's energy while because I kept reading her comments, and they showed me you as a person who speaks your mind, like you stand up for yourself. You do not allow people to walk over you. You speak your mind very well, but you also like you have confidence in yourself, and you know that you can do what you're wanting to do, but you feel like you're in a position where you're stuck and you're not moving forward because the Hangman is a card that fell out for you. Like you feel like something is holding you back, but you're not sure what it is because you're pushing forward and you're ready to move forward, but you're just not sure. And what Spirit is telling me is to not necessarily be more reserved or change the way that you address people, but to kind of accept some advice, accept some help or some guidance from other people. You like don't just be like, oh well, how do you know or what do you know? Like kind of get a accept some guidance. I see that there's a female that is going to come through that is going to give you some career advice and help you to move forward. I see you moving from one building to another building. So when I see moving like that, that's usually a career change or you going from one job to another. But since it's one building that looks like this and another building that looks like that, I feel like it's a complete career change or a change in things that you do for your day to day life. And so I feel like you're about to have a drastic career change or some kind of big um, career opportunity that's coming your way. Like they're showing me two things and you're stuck in the middle, but there's not like, so if this is one building, this is the new building and you're stuck in the middle here, but it's a very small space and you feel like you're stuck in between and you don't know, should I turn back and go to where I am or should I turn this way and go that way? And somebody's going to come in and give you guidance, an older, more mature lady, a black lady. And I don't know if it's a relative or if it's just somebody you're going to meet in the business that is professional, but they're saying kind of listen to what they're saying. And they may be a little bit harsh too with what they're saying to you, but they're wanting you to know to listen to this person and to take their guidance. You know, you don't have to do everything they're saying, but kind of take the information they're saying. And then I got the Five of Cups. And with the Five of Cups, you're concentrating on your losses and not on the things that you still have. Not necessarily your losses, even on the things that you don't have. Like, okay, I want to do A, B, C, and D, but I don't have this, I don't have that, and I don't have that. And they're saying, well, concentrate on the things that you have and use those resources to get to the place of the things that you want to have. Like I was just saying this the other week. There's been some issues going on with my car. And every time something happens, instead of being like, well, I don't have the money to get it fixed or I don't have the money to buy a new car, I immediately say, I am grateful for the new vehicle that my higher power is going to give to me, because if something is wrong with this vehicle and I'm having problems with this vehicle, you're about to bless me with something else. So they want you to see the richness and the opportunities that are coming to you and not so much on the things that you don't have. And it's not necessarily that you're being negative about it, but it's like, oh, okay, I want to get a new car, but I don't make enough money to do it, or I don't have the down payment for it. What you need to do is just see yourself driving this car. See the opportunities that are coming your way. See that you at least have the longevity on a job, or that you have something that'll get you there. And so concentrate on the things that you do have and see how you can utilize those things to get there. But you definitely are going to get a mentor. It seems like a live physical person, not a spiritual person, that's going to come in and help you to move forward on your journey with this career situation. You have a lot of moxie. Like they really show me that you really stand up for yourself and you really speak your mind and you really do not let people walk over you. And they're not trying to tame that into you, but they want you to take that passion and pour it into what you want to do moving forward. Like take some of that all of that kind of attitude, and I'm not saying attitude in a negative way. None of these things are in a negative way. No, that they want you to funnel that into your passion, into what it is that you want to do to move forward. And so that way you'll generate the things that you want in life, and you'll see yourself moving forward into progress. Are you thinking about moving to another city or something, or relocating to something that, like, you seem to have a struggle between, I love where I am, but I also know that I want better, and better means I have to relocate or have to move on. So this is the Ace of Cups, opening up yourself to receiving that cup of love from the universe, or that kindness from someone else. Like, I feel like you have a hard time receiving for others, and they're saying, receive. We're about to send this person. Receive. Be ready to open and to receive this new. It's a new thing for you, opening your heart in that way. This is the Ace of Cups. And so this is the outpouring from the universe to you, and seeing that you're dedicated and that you're moving forward. Used to be a DD person for a year, have enough of being okay, you're moving on. Okay, so I do see you relocating, and they're saying that is a positive thing. I don't feel like it'll be probably in the next, like, further down, like 6 months. They're showing me 6 months, so it'll either be in the 6th month of this year, or it'll be in 6 months. So I don't feel like it's an immediate move to a new apartment, but I feel like things are coming along for you. But this person will be coming in the next 3 months to help you out and to help you, and they want you to kind of get rid of that pessimism of thinking that everybody's out, not necessarily to get you, but to always kind of looking over your shoulder, like, what is it, or why are you helping me, like, or why are you here, what is it that you're trying to get from me, and to know that this person is coming to help you and to guide you and to move you forward, and they're not trying to harm you in any way, and their kindness is something that you can receive. Because if you can see that this is a cup, and they're receiving all these little butterflies or flowers that are coming in from the universe, they want you to receive that cup of love, and to not see the negativity in the situation, not to be pessimistic about it, and to see that they are really trying to help you and to move on. Because this Three of Swords came out. That's that piercing your heart. Like, they see your pain and things like that. And that's why you're a little closed off to receiving things, because you're a little bit not trusting of people. And they're just letting you know, this person you can trust. You'll know this person. You'll know that you can trust them. You'll hear it. You'll feel it. You'll get some kind of clue that this is the person that you're supposed to trust. And it's an older, more mature lady. And she may speak a little bit harsh when she first get into it, to kind of match your kind of moxie, but she's not being mean to you at all. You're going to have a great relationship with her, and she's going to help you to move forward in your career and in your life, and just be a better person. Not saying that you're a bad person, but to show your growth and your maturity, and you're ready to move forward in that direction. So that's what they want you to know, that, be willing to and ready to accept this person when they come in to help you out. So that's what I got from Ms. Nova. She said her lease is in 5 months, so that's the 6 months.
Mm-hmm. Nova, the only thing I'm getting is you got to stop fighting spirit. You got to stop. You just got to stop. You got to. I know you want to be your own person. You want to strike up your own way, and you've got to have it. But when spirit's talking to you, they are really trying to work on your behalf. So stop fighting them. Stop and listen. And you don't have to do everything as they say to do, but you should listen and then analyze and then have the conversation with spirit and say, look, this is not where I am right now, or I prefer not, and then have them kind of give you more information. The thing is that you don't even give them the opportunity. It's like you're determined that it's going to be your way no matter what, and you got to stop that, because if you are not careful, you're going to miss some of the most important messages that you're meant to be receiving. So please do me a favor. What I would suggest to you is, if you don't even know exactly how to communicate with spirit or how to listen, one of the very first things I tell everybody, get a tapered candle, a tall tapered candle, get yourself into a dark room, one time a day for at least 7 days straight. Again, don't expect it to happen on the first or second or third day, but give yourself 7 days, light that candle, make sure that no distractions around you, focus on the flame. Ignore the candle. Ignore everything else. Focus merely on the flame. That's why I say make it dark, because there's no distractions. And then focus on the flame. If your mind is drawn away from the flame, go back to it and say, okay, focus on the height of the flame, the width of the flame, how it flickers, the color of the flame, all those, whatever you must do to keep your focus on the flame. It'll be very hard the first time. The second day, third day gets a little easier. By the time you're getting into 4 and 5 day, in other words, the fourth day or the fifth day, you will be able to focus for 5 minutes. Also set a timer and let the timer go, but a quiet timer. You don't want the tick, tick, tick sound. You don't need anything again. And then be careful when you set the timer. Don't be watching the candle flame singing, is it 5 minutes? Is it 4 minutes? How long is it? Because again, that's allowing yourself to think of something else other than the flame. Again, once you get to a third or fourth day, and as you get into 4 and 5, you realize now you are controlling your mind instead of your mind controlling you. You are controlling how you focus. You're telling your mind, this is what we're doing. When you do that and you start having control of your mind, you will be more open to hearing now, because again, you're controlling it. So when spirit speaks, instead of your subconscious saying, oh, we're going to ignore that because you just need to move on, you're like, no, we're going to start listening to this. And don't be surprised if by the fourth and fifth day you start hearing or seeing, you see some things in the flame, or you hear things while you're doing this. That's spirit's finally getting through, because you have to quiet your brain. And if your brain's like mine, it's always running, it's always thinking, it's always doing something. By quieting it, as in the focus of the flame, that gives us the opportunity to hear clearly. So do this exercise, try it for 7 days, and don't be surprised if that works. And if it does work after 7 days, continue doing it. Give yourself 5 minutes a day of you time, connecting to spirit and letting spirit have a conversation with you. And you have a conversation with it. When you talk to spirit, one other point, when you talk to spirit, make sure that you do this. Actually speak. Because a lot of times we're thinking, oh, I'm just going to, well, in your head, you're thinking, spirit, I'm talking to you. Spirit ain't listening to your head. That doesn't work that way. That's Hollywood. Speak to them like I'm speaking to you, and spirit will hear you. Okay? So don't. And
one of the things that I also do, Don, is I'll say, what's my next step?
Yes.
This is where I am. How do I get from where I don't trust, I don't know, I don't understand, to where I need to be? And if I don't understand, what's my next step, spirit? Another thing that I was going to say, which is what Don did yesterday, but while we were in class, he did a guided meditation. You can find a guided meditation online that'll take you to meet your spirit guides. There's this guy named Don Leachy or something Leachy on YouTube. He does. He takes you to a sacred forest. There are people who take you. And so it's a guided meditation where you just sit. There's music, and they tell you what to visualize, how to visualize it, and they'll take you to meet your spirit guides. They'll take you to a sacred forest that'll help you to kind of clear your thoughts and kind of get into it. You may have to do it a couple of times before you get it, but those are very good. Sometimes I listen to those at night while I'm sleeping. I am very, very receptive to things that I hear in the night or while I'm in that between that sleep and wake state. So a lot of times I'll just put a YouTube video on, put my earphones on, and just listen to that all night versus letting my thoughts kind of drown me out or keep my mind from. I'm listening to that like literally. I told you I want to learn Spanish. I literally listen to somebody speak Spanish to me all night, or speak Spanish phrases to me and teach me how to do Spanish. And so I'm just opening up to different ways to subconsciously receive that information, because a lot of times we'll fight spirit. That's one of the things we're saying. You're in this holding pattern because spirit is saying, I need you to be a little less hot-headed and a little less refusing all the help. And I understand if you've been in a situation where people have hurt you or tried to abuse you in some way, you're a little bit timid as to, wait a minute, why are you here? What are you trying to help me with? And so they're wanting you to know that this person is coming, and they want you to be prepared to receive this person. But also another way you can prepare yourself to connect to your higher power is to do one of those guided meditations. And they're not that long. Sometimes 15, sometimes 20, sometimes 30 minutes. But they'll take you on that journey of visualization where you'll meet your spirit guides, or where you'll hear something, or you'll receive a message. And again, it's not the very first time. Sometimes you have to do it over and over and over. Remember, it didn't take you one time to get into the situation for you to develop these beliefs. Over time, you develop this distrust. Over time, you encounter these situations that made you put this tough exterior on, or build this wall, or protect yourself in that way. So it's going to take time to tear down those walls, to break through those icy exteriors, and to get to that inner core where you can find the connection with your higher power. That's what you're seeking, and then everything else will start to come into fruition for you. And so again, do the candle thing that Don is telling you about, do the guided meditation, sometimes just listening to drum beats or rainwater or things like that while I go to sleep calms me. And then when I wake up, I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. Or I feel, like I really had joy or peace in my sleep. And so when I wake up, I start to remember those things throughout the night. So there's many different ways to connect to your higher power that could help you find the inner peace that you're looking for.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So hopefully it helped you. And again, give it a try. Let us know. Come back next week and give us an update. Let us know.
Yeah,
Did you
definitely.
see something?
Keep
Did you not?
coming back because, just being in this positivity helps. Just being,
Oh, without a doubt.
just being around people who are understanding and say, hey, well, this is what I tried. Literally, Don's guided meditation that we did yesterday in class was so great. Like he took us on a journey. And when we got there, we all found something different, but we all got something out of it. And Don's voice is very soothing. I don't know if he knows that. It's really soothing. Oh, definitely, Miss Scenario. Gratitude does help. That does
Yes,
help.
it does. It does indeed.
Scenario asked us about her future. And the only thing that I got for Scenario was I feel like you're the head of the class, like you're the top person in the class, and that you'll excel very fast once you actually get out on the floor. You're going to be by the business, but you're going to be well liked for your just high energy. You just have that bubbly personality. And once you actually graduate from this program, because I do see you graduating, I literally see you with a little graduation hat on and little honors, because I feel like you're top of the class or you're doing better than most. You're receiving the information in a different way than most of the people are receiving. And you have so much joy in it because it's so fulfilling to you. It's finally being around people who understand or who are on a same like-minded path that you're on. Once you get out and start working, people are really going to gravitate to you. Like I see you like getting accolades and people being like, oh, I want to do a comment card, or oh, she was so nice, or oh, she was so helpful. And you getting a lot of accolades and you kind of excelling very fast. Like the first 6 months of you being out there, I feel like you're going to excel very fast, Miss Scenario.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I think you found something that you are well suited for and it fits your personality. You can shine and you're expected to. And that's the wonderful part. You don't have to hide it under a bushel in that sense.
And Miss
Let's
Nova,
take,
go to a support group, like you're saying, mental health. Get a therapist. Go to a support group. Find people like in the that are online communities, physical. That you can go into a place that'll help you and help you to unravel those things. Like right after my grandmother died, I literally had to go to a therapist, and the thing that triggered it, I was in school. The elevator used to break all the time. It wasn't a common thing. This one time I went in there and I just broke down and was just crying and sobbing in the middle of it. I went to a therapist. She was saying everything that my family and friends were saying, but it was a different perspective. If she could hear the story from just my perspective and then she was saying the same thing, it was just a different voice saying the same thing. And it felt good to unravel and to be able to say those things to her. Listen, if you can lay down on somebody's couch, you need to go lay down on somebody's couch and let people speak into you and just help you to work through those things, because a lot of times we think we know best and a lot of times we don't, and it's that outside perspective that can help us to find that peace that we need and to move on.
so Angie, one more before we get out of here, because this is running late. Who's drawing your attention?
We just did Scenario, Nova. Wow, I don't even know. Alexa, I did her. Um, I don't know who else is in here who wants to read it. We did Ayana. Who's still left in here who wants a reading? You're the last one.
Do 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 do
Oh, there's
do.
a Steph right there who said,
All right, Steph, you're the wiener. There you go.
all right. Oh, Brittany Kettle's in there. Sorry we missed you. All right, Steph, let's see. I've never seen this name either, so maybe that's a good
Steph, are
thing.
you having sister conflict? Is there a little bit of a dust up between you and your sister? Because I'm getting some sister drama, some sister energy. Can you confirm that or say nope, not me? Only child. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So do you have a best friend or a very close friend who is like a sister to you, who's having drama? Because I'm getting this, and again, it's like a sister kind of energy, but I'm getting a drama of some kind, and getting like again, the word drama keeps coming to my head. It's like drama, drama, drama. I'm like, hey, I don't know. Do you have a sister-in-law then? Because I was just given the Emperor card, so maybe a sister-in-law. Drama for my son's school. Yeah, I don't know. That's not kind of what I'm getting. They kicked him out. He is only 4. Only 4 years old and got kicked out of school?
My
Damn.
nephew got kicked out of school.
Lord have
And
mercy.
he's only 4 years old, so I know. He was a little too eye for an eye.
They tried kicking one of mine out early. Not early, but they tried kicking him out. Let's just say that was the wrong kid because I was the wrong daddy. And oh man, I kicked the law stuff in. The lawyer came in, my lawyer came in, attitude came in, and I'm like, oh no, 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 no. And
I know
so
my nephew was
it got ugly.
bashing people with his sippy cup,
Oh my gosh,
hitting people with trucks. So
he needed to go. Oh my gosh, wow.
I'm getting about starting a new business because I got the magician card. That was the first thing I got. A magician card. So you have all the tools and resources you need to make your dreams and what come true. When you get the magician card, you're in control. You have everything you need. The magician has every single suit on their card. So they have all the tools and resources they need to move forward. So then I got the Three of Pentacles, which is a partnership, which means that you're ready to work with somebody on a business endeavor or you're ready to receive information on. It's like teamwork. That's how the Three of Pentacles is, working with somebody to help you to move forward to make this dream come true. And then I got the Seven of Pentacles, which is waiting on your harvest to come through, or waiting for all your things, all the seeds that you planted. So they planted an apple tree, and now look at all the apples that are falling and that are coming through. So this very much feels like something that has to do with business, starting a new business or a new endeavor. But nope, because they're saying starting a new business. You're ready to start this new business. Ace of Wands is a new opportunity for business. That's a divine coming in and helping you and giving you what you need in order to the information you need, the assistance you need, the passion you need to move forward. Aces are new beginnings. So you're ready to start this. You're ready to move forward, and it feels like a new business opportunity. The Moon card is your intuition. You need to follow your intuition. What is it that I think I need to do? I need to listen to that inner voice that's telling me that I need to do. And so you're having a fight with what I think that I should do or what I feel like I should do with my intuition versus my reality. I feel like I should go into this kind of business, but my reality is telling me no, that I shouldn't do that. And I'm getting that you should go ahead and move forward. You have everything you need to move forward and you're ready to move forward. You're just fighting and battling. And the one thing that I got was a devil card, which was pessimism. You being your own worst enemy, you keeping yourself from moving forward because you talk yourself out of it before you even move forward with it. And they're saying, no, the opportunity's there. You're ready to move forward. You just have to start making the plans to do it. If I want to open a bakery, I need to start baking. I need to start selling, whatever it is. People need to know that I can bake. People need to sample my goods. If I want to start a car dealership, I need to figure out how to get a hold of some cars so I can start a car. Maybe I'll do a couple transactions personally with somebody and sell a couple cars, and then I'll go to a couple auctions, or maybe I have to get the inventory. I have to figure out how to do it. So it's you getting it out there and being ready to move forward with it. But I definitely see a new business. I definitely see you have all the resources that you need, and that you just have to mentally get over that. My reality is saying this, my intuition is telling me this, and listen to that side of you that is telling you to move forward, because that's the side that is being blessed. Like you're getting all of these are good cards and opportunities for you to move forward. Follow the momentum. Usually at the beginning of the year, we have all this momentum, we have all of this positivity in us, and we're ready to move forward. They're saying hit the ground running. Go ahead and move forward. At least start the research. At least find out how much the products is. At least find out how you're going to do it. Like I had a friend who used to sell salsa, and she wanted to ship it. Well, you have to figure out how much is it going to cost me to ship it? How much is it going to cost me to make it? What's the best way to ship it? Is it a plastic vacuum seal bag? Is it a glass bottle? Is it what is it going to cost me every time I ship? Like you have to figure out all those things, and then and ask your higher power. Where do I start? What is my next step? What do I need to do? But you have everything you need to at least start moving forward. Is what they're telling me.
Super. Well, hopefully, I was planning on working with my dad with trucking. Hopefully that works out with you. Good night, Linda. Nice to have you join us in. Steph, hopefully that works out with you then, if that's part of what Angie's talking about with that opportunity you're talking about. Is that kind of the energy you're getting, Angie?
Just a new opportunity. Oh, well, it was a partnership. So yes, with the dad, definitely. Because I definitely got the Three of Pentacles, which is a partnership. So definitely a partnership.
Yeah.
Is coming up, and then you have everything that you need. So maybe your dad is already has the knowledge, has the information, has the truck, and you're ready to move forward because they're saying you have everything you need. It's a partnership because that's what that Three of Pentacles was.
Notice the three. Did you notice the three card? Pull it back up. You notice it looks as though the flower is made of brick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is that strong kind of dominant masculine force, and then the birds are there to bring in that soft and sensitive side.
Oh yeah.
So it's
and
like
it's a flower.
Yeah, it's like the balance. You guys balance each other out. I like that. That's
Oh wow, that is
right.
good.
And so
And she's standing against a brick wall, like that wall is supporting her, so she does it. And so maybe that's the hardness of your dad,
Yep.
and then supporting you in this situation. And then again, it's gonna come to fruition. Look at all you planted all the seeds. You're ready. Whatever he's taught you, you're ready to do that and move forward. So new opportunity. So move forward with it. I don't feel like you're going to be driving the truck. Are you going to be doing like the admin and the financial part of it? Because I don't feel like you're going to be necessarily driving the truck. I feel like maybe you're setting the appointments or collecting the fees or do the administrative part behind it. But it seems to be a good idea because it is a partnership. And with her son, how y'all just gonna say it's his fault because he left? He's 4.
Exactly. That's what I said. It's like, the school's embarrassed. They exposed themselves to legal action because they should have kept him from getting out. How can they even let that be a possibility? So I was like, that's why they want him gone, because they're like, let's get rid of the problem before she sues us or something. And I would be saying, you know what? You don't want your ass sued. You're going to keep my son in school and you're going to keep him safe because that was your obligation. My son's only 4. His decisions on you. I mean, I really would. I would be
Like
all over
when
that
he
school.
got up and walked toward the door, you didn't think like, oh, where is he going? What is he doing? It seems like he wasn't being monitored very well.
I was going to say that's the argument right there. He was being left to his own devices.
If I'm a teacher and I see a kid walk, where are you going? What are you doing? No, you can't leave. What you know what I'm saying? I'm paying attention to you and I know that you're not supposed to do that. So if you allowed him enough time to be unmonitored to walk out of the building, that's on you. That's not on him.
Exactly.
Walking out, he's 4.
Exactly. Yep. He was not being that Montessori school. Again, they are worried. And I would use that to my advantage. I'm like, you should be worried. You're going to put him back in school and you're going to watch him properly. Otherwise, we're going to have a conversation with an attorney, because this is that really does. That's like that. That's he was not being watched. He was not being watched. It was very clear. So, yeah, Steph, we wish you good luck on that one. Thank you for coming in and thank you for sharing that energy, and good luck with your job with your dad.
Thank all of you contributors in the chat. We love it when you're in there. We love when you share the positivity. We love when you're patient and you allow us to, connect with you when it's time. I always tell people the reading comes when it's supposed to.
Absolutely. And with that said, we are about done. Any wonderful plans this week, Angie? Are you in town this week, or are you going back out of town?
Let me think, Don. Let me see. I do feel like I have some plans this weekend. But I don't remember. Oh, I have there's somebody I met online that wants to go, like our first meet and greet, they want to be at a gym because I told them I'm doing a fitness challenge, so we're gonna meet at the gym this weekend. So that's one thing. I have a meet and greet at the gym. And then that's about it. Nothing really serious, just working and relaxing. Don, I don't have anything planned.
That's unusual
But
for you because usually,
exactly. I am looking for suggestions as to what to do for my birthday. You know, my birthday's the end of February. So I want to kind of go on a short trip. I don't want to go on a long, like very long trip, like a day trip, a weekend trip, or something like that. And there's a couple of day trips planned in our group, but I don't want to go to any of the things that they're going. Like there's a Seattle trip planned, but it's going to be rainy and cold, and I don't want to do that. But I do want to find something to do. I do plan on going to some of those restaurants that you suggested for my birthday in Scottsdale. So I do plan on doing a couple of those things, but just kind of find because it's about to, this is the last week of Kinawari. Is that next week? Next week, and then we start into February, which is my time. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Oh, the Detroit Lions game. Yes. Oh, Cassandra, I'm so glad you said that. That is what I'll be doing. Pins and needles watching the Detroit Lions play to see if they beat San Francisco. Is it San Francisco, Cassandra? Yeah, that's what I'll
that's
be
for the
doing.
AFC or the NFC?
I think it's AFC. Is it
AFC.
AFC? I think it's AFC. And I may be in a bar somewhere watching it, so I can get I like all that loudness and things like that. So gym, watching the game. Maybe I'll cook something or do something. I don't know. Just maybe I'll try to make those tea cakes this weekend that my grandmama used to make. So
Oh, I saw that recipe. It looks good.
my grandmama used to make them all the time, and I used to say tea cakes, and people never knew what I was talking about. And when I saw the recipe online, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is real. And you never know if your grandmother just knew how to do some stuff, but I love them. They were so good. They had this distinct like vanilla or just it's a very nice taste.
Yeah.
Someone said it was a cross. It was Miss Bonnie said it was a cross between like a sugar cookie and something else, and I was like,
Shortbread, sugar and shortbread.
yeah, sugar, yeah, and it's really, really
Because the
good.
amount of butter that's in it.
Oh my gosh, I may have to just try to figure that out.
Yeah.
Yes.
They looked good. That recipe looked really good. You know what I want to make this weekend? The family's leaving. They're all going to Puerto Rico. So I'm going to be flying solo. And what I want to make, I'm going to play around and make a pimento mac and cheese.
Oh,
I've never made
I
it
don't think
before.
I've ever seen that.
I know, and I'm gonna make it happen. I tried some pimento cheese loaf or whatever the other day, and it had been so long, and I'm like, it wasn't my favorite when I was younger, but I'm like, okay,
I didn't like it either, but as
yeah,
an adult, we like a lot of new stuff.
isn't that
Yeah.
strange? And I'm like, this is kind of good, okay. And I'm thinking, wow, I wonder what I could do with this for mac and cheese. And so this weekend, my bechamel sauce and the mac and a little bit of I'm gonna play. So I'll have to give a full report next week if I do this, how well it tasted
Take
or how
pictures.
bad.
We want to see what it looks like.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, somebody said top. Corinne said top it with panko crumbs.
That's a good idea. Yeah,
Ooh,
definitely.
sounds delicious.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm gonna make sure I put a little hot sauce in because I got to do the hot sauce. So got to get some hot sauce in there, which is not usual for mac and cheese. But again,
what are you gonna do with the house all to yourself?
I'm going to. Well, I got Ghost and Paco to take care of still.
Oh,
So
yeah, you do. But I mean, oh my gosh.
yep. So that's my weekend's going to be that plus trying to hopefully finish the book.
Oh, that is a lot going on too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I don't. I got all my tax stuff in order. I've scanned all the documents.
oh
They
yeah.
did 2021, so we're working on 2022, and then working on. Listen, if you guys haven't got, and I don't know if you put it up, if you guys haven't gotten Miss Shauna's Astro Planner, that is the best thing ever. My niece, like I said, bought me one, the Law of Attraction Planner, and it is organizing me so well. Like sometimes we think that we're organized, but they give you prompts in there. She tells you the new moons, the full moons, the crystals, everything that you're supposed to do. Please get this planner and organize your life. You will not be disappointed at how much it helps you to pull ideas out and to think about stuff. And it's about to be the full moon tomorrow. So do your full moon rituals. release all that no longer serves you. Put your cards out, put your crystals out, and let them be charged and cleansed in the moonlight, and things like that. But again, get this planner that Miss Shauna has, because I'm telling you, it is a great organizational tool just to get you mentally to thinking about, well, you know what? Like I literally am going in there and I love just being like, okay. And it's simple things that I'm putting in there that I know that I can accomplish. Scan the documents into a file. Set the appointment for my tax thing. Send the documents over. Help Brandon with his FAFSA, help Brandon with his scholarships, and I'm just checking them off. And every time I do, I'm just so proud of myself. Like, look at me doing all my goals and things like that. And every single week, at the beginning of the week, I do something, and then I do a little reflection in there about how I felt for the week, and they have little prompts in there to tell you, oh, if you're feeling angry, well, this is what may be making you feel angry, and this is what you should look at. So there's so many different things that you guys can look at, but definitely that planner is a good thing to have to help you organize your thoughts, organize your life, or just see areas where you're having a bad day. Sometimes I'll just write in there, you know what, didn't get this done, didn't get to do whatever, and I'll just kind of, reflect on what it was. And so this planner is a good idea to help you to move forward and to just kind of organize your life. Like, I don't know how I live without it.
And when you are in a cold climate or a warm climate and you want to cuddle up and get cozy and maybe in front of a fireplace or whatever else, this is a good book to have.
Oh my gosh, Don, I love
Angie's book. So
it.
this is a good book to sit and read. So especially in a cold when you're in the cold winter and you
And
kind
to
of just
laugh.
you're kind of staying inside and you want to read something new, you want to read something interesting and something fun. This is it. I mean, the topic is heavy, but the writing is fun and it's handled in a very, very positive way. So this is a book. This is Angie's book. If you haven't figured it out,
It's literally like it makes the religious journey and all of that kind of funny, like because it feels I needed it to be lighthearted. I needed it to be funny in order for me to just kind of look at it and be like, okay, you survived it, and this is the you know the grace of it.
exactly, and it's a journey that many people have been on. So this is something to read, enjoy, and be glad you have read it. So it's important.
And inspire you to do it yourself. I did it all on Amazon through KDP. Literally, they allow you every tool that you need to do it yourself, from giving you like just a platform to kind of align it the way you want. The covers, they give you ideas, they help you with everything. Like it's very much it's a labor of love, because you really got to do it without any kind of other person guiding you along, but it really walks you through and helps you to figure it out.
And if I'm not mistaken, you don't have to worry about this coming in the mail. As soon as you click on it, it's
Yep,
an
it's
electronic book, so it comes down to your computer
but
and
I
you can
am,
read it.
like Miss Shauna says, a lot of people like to hold it in your hand, and
Yep.
I'm a person that likes to turn the pages, and so working on the physical copy of it too.
Absolutely, absolutely. So get your copy now and enjoy. It's a good read, especially when you need to cuddle up with a book because it's just so damn cold to go outside. Who wants to go outside? Read a book.
Don, I walked today. I had on gloves. Today at 12:30 when I went out for my walk, it was cold and it was rainy, and I had gloves on. I had I had my jacket on, and I was like, Lord, I gotta love this fitness journey because it is cold, and I am out here walking 3 miles. Halfway through, the sun came out, and I warmed up and took the gloves off, but it was cold when I got out there, and I got out there, people. So I hope you guys are doing something for your mind, body, and soul. Remember the 100 days challenge that we were doing the first 100 days of the year. So just get out there and do something.
Do something. Get her done. Get her
And I'm
done.
putting that face up.
Absolutely. Well, with that said, folks, we are done for the evening. Again, thank you for popping in. Thank you for spending some time with us. Don't forget to share it with other people. Let people know we are out here and we do free readings. Again, it costs you
And
nothing.
I'll be back in the morning.
Exactly. And it costs you nothing but a little like, share, subscribe, or follow. That's all it costs.
And
So
if you want some comedy, Miss Shauna and Don, let me tell you, every Thursday morning, I'll be like, don't schedule me no meetings. I got something to do. I need to listen.
well, I appreciate that. We're looking forward to it. So then we will see you guys tomorrow. Please check us out. And with that said, good night, Angie. Have a great one. Take
Good
care,
night,
everybody.
everybody.